If people come in and miss the beginning bit, then the last questions later, which we have to repeat stuff, and that's no fun to you guys who are here on time. And also, it's no fun to you guys who are here on time to wait. So I'm trying to find a balance, you know. That's kind of the idea. All right, what do we have on the clock? I can't even. Where's the watch there? Okay, I got 9:33 p.m. This ticks over to 9:34. We'll be on our way. How about that? Avinachi should be registered. Yeah, somebody came up with that on YouTube a couple days ago, I think, or Monday. It's cool. Just flow with it. It's not what I would have thought of. But oh well. Oh man. Gotta say, man, this presentation, when I was putting it together, it was not easy. Not like the other ones. Much more complexity as far as how do you share this with people, you know? Anyways, you'll see. I like it. This is yeah, I had to break into the background noise of my head to get this stuff out there. Sometimes it feels that way, right? You gotta hack into your own mind. It's just... Alright, there we go. We've ticked over 9:34. Alrighty, let's get underway, huh? Whoever comes late after this, well, we'll find out what we can do. Alright, good. You all are here. Firstly, thanks for taking the time to come here. It's a privilege for me to hang out with you all and share my thoughts with you guys. Definitely appreciate the fact that you take the time to listen to this. So here we go. So today, the whole thing I'm going to try and talk with you about is how to discover your trading style using the 80-20 principle. And the whole thing is basically you got to find a way to trade, right? You got to find your way in this business. And there's a million different things, a million different strategies, a million different books, all that stuff. How do you boil that down? 80-20, right? 80-20. You guys have heard me speak before. You know all about that. We'll get into that in a moment. But using this principle is how I found my way. So hopefully this will help you. First thing, the regular disclaimer, I'm not, and nobody at Bearable Traders or Trading Terminal is qualified financial advisor or qualified to manage your money or whatever. And so you know the drill, right? And there are people who are qualified for this stuff. I recommend you be careful with them too. Same thing. You guys know all this stuff, nothing new. Quick background thing. Again, just another life story. Everyone's got their own whole life story. The only thing that's truly relevant for you guys here is that I've been involved with the financial markets since 2017. Started out in the crypto world and moved into day trading in 2019. Been day trading full-time since. I've also been in the contrarian investing world since 2017. That's still ongoing. That's the other thing I do. All right. I'm going to show you a few trades real quick first, and just to kind of give you a concept of what's achievable. Once you have a trading style that truly fits you and you're able to execute it consistently, I'm going to show you what's achievable. All of these trades I'll show you now are from the last 2 or 3 months. Here's one on Apple. You can see a pretty big one, solid double top, and off it goes. Entry, exit, makes for a good day, right? You can see this other one on Meta. You guys have seen all this before. Again, breakdown, retest, pushes down, second leg down, you catch that. That's the short, that's the exit. One in, one out, makes for a good day. Tesla, you see here, goes to the level, breaks out, retest, take the short, go to the next level. That's the short, that's the exit, makes for a good day. All this is since, I don't know, January, December, all recent stuff. Apple, another one, down at the level here, you get the bullish idea. Take the trade and just go long, hold for the next level. That's the first attempt, stopped out, get the second one because I know the setup is there, and off you go. Makes for a good day. Now, all these trades, guys, are based on a trade book, right? On a trading style that I have developed for myself, and I've been using it. You can see what's truly achievable, how powerful it is when you have a defined way of doing this, you know? Rather than just chasing the market around, you jump in, you jump out, things going up, so you go long, things going short, you go short. Somebody said something in the chat room, you heard of some shit in the on YouTube or on Twitter or someplace, and you just go long and short, and then you're just making a mess of it all. If I did all that, I wouldn't have numbers like this. I wouldn't have trades like this. No way. It's out of the picture, and I know that because I've been doing that. I've done that. And in the first couple of years, I've made all those mistakes. So that's why I'm trying to show you, find a way that is truly good for you. Here's another one, Tesla, long, go long here, go up to the level or whatever it was. Anyways, made for a good day, right? That's the whole point, consistent trading. That's what you'll get when you have a consistent style of trading. Your executions are consistent, and the results are pretty fucking awesome, right? Here's a short on Meta. You guys have seen all these before. This is all recent stuff. Here's another one on Tesla. Get the long here, get out near the top there. And all these, what I'm showing you so far, all of this is the same strategy over and over again, over and over again, over and over again for the last couple of months. Tiny tweaks here and there, 1 minute chart, 5 minute chart, just a couple of small things. You can see they're pretty good, man. You can live a good life on this sort of thing. So how did I land here? And how can I help you land into a position where you can trade consistently? So those of you who've spoken with me before or seen some of this stuff before, you know about the 80-20 principle. This is a little bit of a refresher. And I base everything on this, including discovering my own trade book and how to find your trade book, how you can do it. 80-20, again, very simple. Excuse me. It's one of the laws of the universe, let's call it that. There, where you have 20% of the causes generally cause 80% of the results, and 80% of the causes cause very few results. As in 80% of the things that you tend to focus on are all trivial garbage that just occupy your time, your energy, and your money, and gives you a whole lot of nothing. Right? So why the hell would you focus on that when you get truly nothing out of it and just get frustrated and you're depleted on all levels? As compared to what if you find a few things that are truly powerful, you identify them and just zone in on them, forget all the other garbage. Absolutely the hell with it, right? And get the big results. Like I showed you some results just now. That's what I'm doing. That's how I've always done it. Same old thing, right? Everyone with me so far? You got it? ESA profitable trader for me was about 3 years, 3.5 years, but I was reckless up front, so it shouldn't take that long in my opinion. So, all right, good. You're all still with me. Good, good, good. Let me know if I talk too fast or too whatever. Anyways, here, examples of the 80-20 principle. Again, I love to just like drill this in. Again, a lot of y'all know about this. Just look in the world around you, look at your life, and you'll find this 80-20 principle everywhere. Look, 80% of a company's output comes from 20% of its workers. You have 20% of your wardrobe is worn 80% of the time. I mean, shit. 80% of a town's traffic is on 20% of its roads. I mean, in Dubai, I can tell you that. It's ridiculous. And that road is right outside my house. That sucks. But it's what it is. 80% of the wealth is owned by 20% of the population, right? Actually, that's even more skewed. But you can see the reality. You know, the world works this way. There you go, I found Sheikh Zadrud. You got it. So, it's so funny how prevalent this 80-20 thing is. It's just everywhere. Now, it doesn't have to be precisely 80 or 20. It's, you're getting the idea. There's a few causes that cause the majority of the results. So focus on those few causes. That's the whole point I'm talking to you about. Right? 80% of your success comes from 20% of your ideas. And this is an important one. We're talking about how to find a trade book today, right? For me, at least, it was that way. I had to eliminate most of the things out there. Of course, you got to be exposed to it, then you know what works for you, then you know what to eliminate. And you go through that. So we'll get into that. Anyways, 80-20 principle, that's how it works. Let's apply this to day trading and help you find a trading style that works for you. That's the book on it. Richard Koch, again, always recommend it. Always start every presentation with recommending this book. So go take a look. All right, so let's get into it. The Dark Side of the Moon. Who's heard of Pink Floyd? If you guys have not heard of Pink Floyd, if anybody has, I have to educate you on this. Come on. Anyone? Everyone? Okay, good. You guys got Pink Floyd. If somebody doesn't know about Pink Floyd, just raise your hand, because really that's important. Very good. The Wall. Well, yes, The Wall was great, but Pink Floyd also has The Dark Side of the Moon, right? Yeah, money. The Dark Side of the Moon. That's interesting. And I call this The Dark Side of the Moon because I'm talking about fear. Okay, now fear is an important thing. You have to understand fear to begin with. The truth about fear is that for us human beings, it's very important. It's a part of our nature. It's in us. It's what has helped us survive from being cavemen to civilization. You see a lion roar as a caveman, and the adrenaline kicks in because the fear kicks in. The fear triggers adrenaline, and they start running, and you survive, right? So we've survived evolution, and now we are the dominant species on the planet. Fear is a good thing. Fear has got us to where we are. Now we're talking about trading. What does fear have to do with trading? Well, pretty much everything, because you have FOMO. That's the kind of fear that's most common in trading, fear of missing out. And I really want to start with this because a lot of people start creating their own trade book based on FOMO. Like, they're watching the market. How do I get a trading style where I can catch this move and that move and that move and that move? Did you see the market today, guys? It was like Apple went up, Tesla, I don't know, everything was just running. Then there were shorts as well, reversals, all kinds of things. And people, when they start to generally, a lot of newbies start to get into like, okay, I got to have this trade book for a reversal, this one for catching volatility, this one for continuation. And there's like, Now they're all confused. And they're doing that because of FOMO, fear of missing out. So if you are truly starting to build your trade book based on a background of fear or fear of missing out, you're not going to get very far. That's what I'm trying to say to you here. Okay, you're on the dark side of the moon, you're afraid, you don't know, you want to catch everything. No, you gotta not go. This is the whole point here is not to build a trade book based on FOMO. Right? Every time you see something tick over in the market, you build a trade book around it. Well, you just saw one piece of price action. You build a trade book around it. I can't tell you how many people I've worked with and continue to work with who do this. And this is a problem. So it's important that you know, look at all the indicators on your charts, okay? And understand the truth is, and the saying goes, it's a popular saying, if you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything. And you end up basically falling for everything is overtrading. You're trading every damn indicator, every moving average, every piece of volume indication, every piece of level 2 indication, every single thing. You're being triggered nonstop. Most people are doing this in the early years. And they have like a big trade book and they think it's a trade book. It's not. It's just FOMO. It's FOMO written down. That's all it is. So once you understand this idea, then how do you decide what to use, what not to use, right? And that's where independent thinking comes into the matter, right? You got to really think about it and understand. You're looking at the market. You're seeing that things are going up. Buyers are buying it. Okay, you see sellers selling it. And what are you able to see that's telling you that the buyers are getting into the market? Forget about what I tell you. I'm looking at candlesticks and wicks. Somebody might be looking at the tape. Somebody's looking at the level 2. Somebody's looking at other levels, moving averages, whatever. Does it make sense to you when you're looking at the chart? Or is it confusing you? If things are confusing you, remove it. Right? You got to remove it off of your charts. Remove that indicator, because that indicator on your chart that you don't truly believe in or understand or doesn't make sense to you, when the price gets there and then it starts doing something that you want it to do from there, you're going to get triggered into a trade. And that's over trading at the newbie level, at, in your first year. Again, I've done this a lot. I know a lot of people who do this. I'm working with them all the time, mentoring them, trying to help them clean this stuff up. So anyways, that's the point. The whole real big picture on this slide here, I want you to know, is you must not build a trade book based on fear. Right? So when you're building it out, fear is not the attitude. This is the whole side of what not to do to begin with. And the real way to think about this, and the truth is, I can tell you this, I feel like I say this every day. The market is a gold mine, and it provides every minute. It's incredible how many opportunities there are. On any trading style you create or come up with, you will find 10 opportunities a day. Even on my style, which is very strict and very slow, I still get 20 opportunities today, like every day. It's kind of ridiculous. I can't even take them all. Don't even have enough buying power to take them all simultaneously. It's kind of crazy. So it's an attitude thing. The first piece of attitude to build your trade book is do not go from a position of fear, go from a position of understanding that the market is a gold mine, and we're just lucky to be here to begin with. Everyone still with me, or am I talking too much? No good? Okay, you guys all fell asleep, I can see it. There you are, good. All right. Next thing, another slide on what not to do. Again, process of elimination, right, to begin with. Hope is not a strategy, all right? So here's the fun thing. A lot of people, and they're not so sure about their trade book and all this stuff, and they get into a position, let's say they see this candlestick moving upward. So like, it's going up, great, get into it. And they're just hoping it's going to continue moving upward. That's why they got into it. There's no strategy there. There's no nothing there, right? There's nothing. It's just a candlestick. Have you looked at the candlestick charts? 1 minute charts? You know how many oh, sorry, I got muted there for a moment. Sorry. I'm trying to say hope is something you don't want. It's an attitude you don't want that when you're just starting to create your trade book or discover your trading style. So just like fear is an attitude you don't want when you're developing your trade book, hope is another one. The other side of hope, the other way that hope manifests itself when you're trading is people enter a trade, they have a stop in place, and then the ticker goes towards their stop, and they move their stop. They're like, oh, no, it'll go back in my favor. They remove the stop. Sometimes that works. Sometimes you get lucky. It's just dumb luck. most of the time you're going to end up blowing up your account. You build a habit out of that, out of hope as a strategy. You hold your stops, you blow up. I'm sorry, you disrespect your stops and you blow up. Simple thing. It happens a lot. You will dig yourself into a deep hole sooner rather than later. It's crazy. And I really want to reiterate this because I see this again every day, every single day. Again, I've also done this in my early years a lot, and it's only the last 3 years, I'd say, or 2 years, that I've stopped, just stopped. Um, the little story I like to use is the frog in boiling water syndrome. A lot of you might already know this, but very simple. Let's say you have a frog and you have room temperature water, right, in a jug. You put the frog in the water, no big deal, frog just sitting there. You slowly start boiling that water. The frog's thinking, it's getting warmer, but it's okay. Still all right. It's a little hot tub's getting warmer. It's okay. It's all right. You know, frog's just used to, the water's just getting warmer, but frog doesn't go anywhere. Eventually the water boils, the frog dies. Right? How about the other way around? You boil the water first, then put the frog in. What does the frog do? It jumps out immediately. And it does not die. It survives. You get the point? Same thing. The frog in boiling water syndrome, as in you're slowly boiling the water, you're that frog when you move that stop. Or you remove that stop, or you disrespect the stop. That's the point I'm trying to make to you over here. Hope is not a strategy. Okay? So whenever you're building a trade book, you don't want to do it from an attitude of fear or an attitude of hope. I bring these two up because truly I've seen this happen a lot of times. I've been lucky enough, I'm privileged enough to have worked with a lot of people, and I still continue to do so. And I see these are recurring trends all the time. That's why I'm bringing it up. All right? Also, when you are having a trade book, the moment you move your stop, you're taking on more risk, which totally destroys your risk to reward, and we'll get into that in a minute, right? So here are a couple of things not to do. Fear and hope. They should not be in your trade book, as in these attitudes should not be with you when you're building your trade book. Right? So now, let's move into something else. This one's interesting. What you should do alongside what you should not do, as far as building the book is concerned, and then we'll get into the details. There's there's scarcity and there's abundance. Two mindsets, really. Scarcity mindset, abundance mindset. Two ways to do things. Let's just define them real quick and easy, no big deal. Scarcity is basically you have a belief that the opportunities are limited, and if something just begins to show itself, you run, you grab it, you hide it, you run away with it. Scarcity mindset, right? The abundance mindset is the opposite. The abundance mindset is that it's always there. Take it if and when you want it. Don't worry about it. Again, the truth is most people go into the scarcity mindset, and that's because, again, that goes into a bigger perspective of our education system. We're coming from the rat race where we've been through school or college, and we had to fight to get to the top of the class. We had to fight to get a college loan, get through it, fight to get a job, fight to keep the job, fight to pay the mortgage. It's all scarcity. We're built in with this. This is built into us through pop culture, modern culture. Yeah, we've been indoctrinated, programmed. Now you come to day trade. That's going to destroy you. I told you, right? The market is a gold mine. You come in with a scarcity mindset now that goes alongside with fear, right? That FOMO. Now you're all messed up. I mean, most people who come into trading have this. I was this too. Same thing. I was terrified. As in, I was like, oh my God, let me find a trade somewhere and then end up overtrading. Kind of stupid. But that's the reality of it. These are simple things. But these are the realities that destroy traders in their first year. That's why it's important to identify them, to understand them, and now I'll start working with you on how to, live with them or work around them. Now, let's talk about the abundance mindset a little bit. The abundance mindset is very interesting. That's exactly what we need for trading because the market is truly abundant. It's a gold mine full of opportunities. We know that. But then how do we program that after years and years of doing it the other way, right? It's kind of hard. Well, what I like to say is, you know what? You as a human being already have the abundance mindset. Because you know what you're doing right now? You're breathing. I hope you are. If anyone's not breathing, please let me know. But you're breathing air, right? Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, right? Your subconscious mind is controlling that. Your heart's beating, right? Subconscious mind is doing that. On the subject of breathing, you're taking a breath without thinking about it. It's abundant. You don't have this scarcity mindset with the oxygen around you in the room, right? I certainly don't. I hope you don't have that problem, So that's the abundance mindset right there. Take it if and when you want it. It's free. It's there. It's always there. It's abundant. So the thing is, your subconscious mind does have that abundance mindset attitude. You got it in you. As a human being, it's in you. As far as I know, you're all human beings in this call, right? In this presentation. There's no AI bots or something. I hope not. And as long as you're a human being, you know that The abundance mindset is in you, in your subconscious mind, programmed in. It's what keeps you alive. It's functioning. It's doing the most essential functions that are keeping you alive. All of that stuff. Mad props. You're funny. It is keeping you alive. Your heart's beating, right? You're taking oxygen. This is abundance. You're just doing it. So it's there. You gotta find ways to remind yourself that actually abundance mindset is built in. That's what keeps us going. So what you really gotta do is bring that to day trading. Now, this gets a little deeper. What you gotta is access the subconscious instincts that are already in you as a human being. All right? You're born, you take your first breath. Well, that's abundance right there. You got it from the moment you were born. But why is it that you come to trading with a scarcity mindset? That's because of pop culture. It's because of modern civilization and all that garbage out there. Just by the fact that you are here attempting day trading, you're already a rebel. You're already exiting pop culture and saying, the hell with this job, corporate life stuff. I want freedom. So you figure out day trading. So there you go. You got to abandon all. Once you understand where it comes from, it helps a little bit to abandon it or move away from scarcity and start thinking about abundance. Another little trick that I like to do, I keep reminding myself of breathing. I do a lot of meditation. I do breathing. So I'm always reinforcing the abundance mindset every single day. Just, take a walk and just focus on breathing. Just forget everything else. So do that and try to conduct yourself in an abundant manner. You think of things in an abundant way. Whatever you're observing in your world around you, try living like this. These are practices you can do outside of trading so that when you come to trading, you're relaxed. You're not having the scarcity mindset. You're stuck with greed and fear and scarcity and all that stuff and hope. Those are no good. Abundance is where it's at. Really, that's where it's at. You seen the results I get? I get it from that mindset. Did you see me trade today, guys? I was on YouTube. I was saying I saw like 4 perfect setups. I didn't take any of them. I missed them. I was late and whatever. Whatever, man. Let it go. I'll be back tomorrow or next week, and I'll do it again. No big deal, right? That's the abundance mindset at play. That's what keeps you going. So you're building a trade book. It should be from an abundance mindset. Now you're not chasing the market. Now you're not doing FOMO. Now you're not creating 5 different trade books and 20 different indicators and 50 different time frames and a room full of monitors. You don't want to do all that. I've done all that. That's why I'm telling you. And not just me. I know people who do it. I work with them all the time. So there we go. So now I'm going to show you a little bit on the strategy side of it. As far as now, you understand the attitude. You understand what not to do: fear, hope, scarcity. But what to do: abundance. Now, once I started getting going, I'll just show you how or what the results have been. This is me trading low floats in 2021. This is what my screen used to look like. I journaled my trades like this and all that stuff. And then, moving forward, this is trading fractal patterns in 2024. Not long ago, last year, right? I was doing this for quite a long time. There's a difference. And the difference is these are 2 different trade books. In between these, 3 years or so, there were about another 5 trade books that I evolved. But this is all evolution. The more and more I started to understand, I can't be working from a position of fear and hope and scarcity. I just got to think more and more about abundance. Actually, my trading style, my trade book evolved with the mindset, with the attitude. To the point where last year I was trading this. I started this, I think, 2023 or so. Fractal patterns, I traded this for a long time. It was great. Even last year in Vancouver, I did the presentation on this. And so this is 24. And now we're in 2025, and this is what I'm trading. It's called naked trading. And this is how it is. It's very simple, just levels and candlesticks, not much more. And the results are tremendous. I find it simpler, easier, and all that. But I'm not going to talk to you much about the strategy here. I'm trying to show you the evolution of your trading, of your strategy, and how it works. Once your mind starts, you get your mind in the right place, your trading evolves. And that's the way it should be. That's what I'm trying to get at here. You put the right elements in the way you conduct your mind. Again, you conduct your mind. And then you'll start seeing things in your trading that you're like, oh my God, what a lump of crap. Let me just remove that. Or let me just do it this way. It's easier. It's more effective. And I can manage the trades better. Right? That's why you've seen my trading evolve over time. I've just showed you 3 different strategies that I've used in the last, 5 years. And that's only 3. I've probably got, 10. So, mindset. Attitude is the first thing. And you can get results. And again, your trading evolves. So, how do you go about it? Now that you know what to do and what not to do as far as attitude is concerned, how do you go ahead and find a sustainable trading style? Something that works for you. Right? The very first, most important, most critical thing, I believe it has to be a reflection of your personality. And this is important because, a lot of people come in, they see a lot of big traders making millions of dollars and think, what's that guy's strategy? You want to copy it, you do it, and you have a few good luck trades or lucky trades, and then you blow it all up. because that trade book, that trade style that you copied, truly you copied it. You didn't earn it. It's not a reflection of your personality. It's a reflection of that person's personality. That's why it's not going to work for you. A lot of people come to me, what's your strategy, Avi? You teach it to them. I'm like, yeah, it's free. It's on YouTube. Go take a look. I'm not going to teach it to you because I'll be doing you a disservice. Really. It's my strategy. It's not yours. No, I'm not patenting it. It's not like that. But point is, it won't work for you. It just won't work. Right? So that's important. Now I'll get to how you find your own. So but the thing is that if your strategy is not your personality, you'll always be battling yourself. The strategy is too fast for your tempo, for your temperament, or it's too subjective for the way you like to analyze things. Whatever. You're always going to be in an internal conflict while trading, which is not what you want. Really, please don't do that. Okay. So amazing thing. Like truly, when I figured out that I cannot be trading the 1 minute ORBs like Andrew 3 months after reading his book, I learned that the hard way. Okay, in 2019. Oh, for fuck's sake, that was impossible. I can't believe how much money I just threw at that thing. It was stupid. So I don't want you guys doing that. So that's very important to understand. You don't want to be in conflict. And the example I like to use about your strategy should be a reflection of your personality is, look at this picture over here, this wood carver, right? If you give a wood carver a log and you tell him, hey, carve me something good, you know what the carver will say? The good ones, what they tell you? They say the carving's already in the wood. You just gotta reveal it. It's already in there. That eagle or whatever he's carving, it's already in there. He knows that's in there before he carves it out. And then he starts. So look at that. It's the same thing, really. You can just hack at this thing, carve out an eagle, or go with the other angle where it's already in there. You just got to reveal it. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. And so your trading style is already in you. It's not in some strategy that I can teach you. I can teach you 100 strategies, no problem. But that's not your strategy. All of you here, every single one of you, including myself, the strategy that you should be trading with is already inside you. You have to just reveal it. Just expose it. Just bring it out. It's not something out there. Okay? It's really not. And so how do you reveal it? What do you do? Well, you got to identify a few different things. You got to first identify the pace at which you like to function. Are you a fast-paced adrenaline junkie right at the open? You're excitable? Does that come naturally to you? Or are you slow and more cautious, more risk-averse kind of personality? You like that analysis aspect of it? There's no right and wrong here. I'm just planting seeds in your heads. Things that you should be asking yourself when you're trying to find your strategy, right? You really got to identify yourself and your personality traits. And your strategy must be in harmony with your personality traits. Okay, and only you know that. You can have conversations with people, help figure that stuff out, but only you know that, truly. So that's one very important step. I recommend, just taking time away from trading if you're struggling and write down things about yourself that you know to be true. It's amazing when you write stuff down. It's almost cathartic. You start to understand yourself better. I've done this. I've got books and books and books about writing about myself. I'm scared to read that stuff even. It's scary. But when you write yourself down, then you'll start to identify your own triggers. What is the stuff on these charts, these crazy moving averages and these multiple time frames and multiple colors, and what are these things that are triggering you? And they're triggering you. Right? Every time you see a candlestick hit a moving average or hit a level or something, you're getting triggered. You look at your old trading. You find you're taking positions. And later you realize they're not working. Some of them are working. So here's the thing. Once you identify the personality traits you have and then you look at your trading, you'll see the disconnect. It's pretty obvious. You can look at your charts. I do a lot of mentorship. I look at people's charts all the time, and they show me their trades, their executions, and all that fun stuff. And really, I'm not looking. They went long, they went short. I'm looking at that. For me, looking at a person's trading screenshot is a window into their personality. I do it all the time, all these one-on-one sessions. It's great because I can really see what's going on in that person. Is that a FOMO attitude right there? Is that the adrenaline attitude? Is that the more analytical personality? What mood is that person? You can see this guy took this trade and then 2 hours later there's this trade. You can see this guy's a different person. You can see the personality shift within the hour. It's amazing when I'm just lucky to be in this mentorship kind of role where I get to see this stuff. And that's why I'm sharing with you these recurring themes. There are triggers, things that trigger you and trigger your personality traits. And then what you got to do is once you've taken some sim trades and all of you here have done some trading, look at what is triggering you into destructive behaviors. What is it on the chart that's triggering you into taking all these losing trades? you'll identify something. For me, it was moving averages. Gone. They're not on my charts. Even the VWAP's gone. You know? And there's other things on the charts you'll also notice that trigger you into taking trades that are actually productive trades. That's the way you should be trading. It looks good. Every time you take that, most of them are winners. Okay, now you got something. See what you've done here? 80-20. You've just removed the triggers that are triggering you into poor behavior, destructive behavior, and you're keeping the triggers that are triggering you into productive trades, positive trades, right? That's why I say take advantage of your own tendencies. That's important. That's really, really important. And then the last point here is, once you identify this takes a bit of time. This is the learning curve, right? Learning curve is far more than, hey, here's an ABCD strategy. Go learn that. Go trade that. As you can see, there's a lot more to it. There's so much more to it. So all this stuff, usually people should be doing it within their first year and identifying themselves, their triggers, tendencies, all this sort of things. And then eliminating the destructive triggers, maintaining the productive triggers, and now you got something to work with. Really good something to work with, right? And then what you'll realize, you've been in this business for a little while, you've grown older a little bit. Now you're 2 years, 3 years older. Now your personality has changed. You've grown. You've evolved as a human being. How does that affect your trading? You saw the screenshots I showed you guys earlier? 3 different trading styles in the space of, 5 years? Well, I went through about 10 different trading styles in the space of 5 years. It's because of my own evolution as a personality. So you got to be aware of that too. To put it very simply, you want to make it in this business, you got to be really self-aware, like incredibly self-aware. I can't tell you how big that is. That's another webinar all on its own, which I'm not going to do today. Maybe next month. I don't know. All good. Everyone's still here with me. I feel like I talk too much. No one's talking to me. I'm feeling alone here. Good. Anyone bored yet? No, okay. Anyone got questions? Let me just scroll up real quick before we continue, because there's more to come. Mike J, you're saying, is there ever a conflict between personality, ability to trade with a style, or a matter of tweaking strategy, discipline? Yeah, it's a good one, Mike. So, of course, there's always conflict between your personality and your goals and your abilities. I get that. So, to make it easier, you really ought to firstly align your trading style with your personality. That's important. Start there. At least you eliminate the majority of the conflict. And then again, continuously being self-aware, like we were just talking about, you keep being aware, and therefore your trading style evolves. I used to trade no more than the first 15 minutes a year ago. Now I never trade in the first 15 minutes. Isn't that cool? I've changed. I've grown up a little bit. That's how that goes. Brando B, no, I don't use the level 2 or tape anymore. I used to. That, no. Not for me. Cool. What else? What other questions am I missing here? Mad props. How do you journal or evaluate your triggers? Use a program? Yeah. So there are software programs out there. I've used them over the years. They're great. The way I do it now is I screenshot everything. Every trade I take. Actually, I don't screenshot my losers anymore. That's just for my own psychology, really. I screenshot my winning trades, but mostly I screenshot price action every day. All the tickers I'm looking at, all the price action. And I just dump that into a folder. But I mean, that's me now. What I would suggest is using software, because they make it easy, and you can create various things with, to look at the triggers and various things that you want to look at. And a lot of times when it comes to journaling, you don't know the statistic you need from your journaling until later on. So just journal everything. And that's where the programs are good. Really, they just import all your trades, all your risk to reward, all your setup strategy, whatever, and then you're good. And then later on, you'll see something just jump out at you, like, holy crap! Every time I do that, I'm failing. And then you realize, oh crap, that doesn't even suit my personality. I don't even like to be so tense at the open. Can I just relax about it? Yeah, just remove that trading thing out of your trade book. So yeah, journaling, very, very important. That's how you go around it. Okay, good. Everyone's still here. Bookmap? No bookmap for me. No, too complex. No. Dave H, yeah, I use stops with options. Sometimes they're mental when it's fast. Most of the time I just type it in and put on the chart. No big deal. Justin, yeah, I screenshot everything. I look back whenever I'm in the mood to, really, or if I have something that I'm curious about. Programs, I used Chartlog very successfully for a long time, chartlog.com or .io or something. Yeah, those guys used to be Bearable Traders members, and they went and started this journal company. But no, Trading Terminal, I believe, has a journal now. I haven't looked at it. Take a look. I don't know. So, but journaling, very important. LD Hutch, yeah, I'm on the 1 minute chart now, not the 5 minute chart. I'm just trying to evolve my trading, as in I want to get better, tighter entries, bigger size, capture bigger moves. That's why we changed it in the recent past. Rachel, candlestick patterns and all, that's not for today. I've done plenty of webinars on this, so that's all available. We'll have Q&A later, right? At the end of this, and we can get into more of that if we got some time. But that's actually off the topic. That's why. Let's not dig into that because that'll really go out. Vinay, yeah, it's chart log. There you go. Okay. Yes, Nick, I only go long options, but that's just strategy stuff. There you go. Chart log is great. Great, you guys got it. Cool. All right, everyone's here. Thank you. There you go. There's the journal link. Thank you. I'm Karath. Appreciate it. All right. So now that everyone's still here, good. Let's move on. So, which indicators should you use? What should you trade with? Right. I'm telling you basically, most of the stuff out there is not good for you. 80-20, right? Most of the stuff is trivial. So which ones should you use? Well, it's simply the ones that are easy on your eyes, the ones that are easy for you to interact with, and they don't drain you. For me, looking at a combination of the level 2 and the tape is incredibly draining. I have to truly just zoom in and get tunnel vision, and a minute later I'm like, oh, well, what just happened? I don't know. And I'm totally drained out by the end of it. I don't use them anymore for that reason. Candlesticks, on the other hand, I can lay back in a lazy chair, sip on a beer, and watch these candlesticks go up and down. And, okay, I know what it's doing. It's going up. It's hitting a level. It's rejecting. Okay, that's it. That's easy for me. It doesn't take a lot of my time and energy. I can talk to people and do mentorship while I'm trading. Because my trading is actually, for me, it's technically it's a joke. There's nothing on the charts. There's really nothing there. But you get to that point by really understanding what comes easy to you. So you have to be exposed to all this stuff. You have something like bootcamp, PCT, you have BBT with all the education, all this stuff. You're getting a lot of exposure, right? But very, very quickly you'll begin to just pay attention to yourself. What is difficult? Don't touch it. What's coming to you easy? All right, now go into it. That's 80-20. That's how you do it. And now you're getting stuff on your screen that doesn't hurt your eyes. It doesn't stress you out, start sweating before the opening bell. You don't want that, right? That's important. That's how you do it. And really, when you only use 10% of your energy for your technical trading, as in you've only got simple indicators or simple strategy, then you have 90% of your energy left in reserve to manage your emotions. Because I've said this before and I'll say it again, the trader is always more volatile than the trading. Than any stock ticker out there, the trader is always more volatile. So you need the majority of your energy to manage yourself. That's why I keep the trading part stupid simple. Like mine is actually stupid simple. It's kind of embarrassing. I don't even know what to talk about. Look, candlestick, go up, go down. There's not much. There's really not much. Even though I've done 3-hour webinars and stuff on it, there's not much to it, truly. So the bare necessities is what I call it, and I love this, the Disney stuff. You guys remember this? Mowgli in the jungle and growing up out there? Gosh, I'm probably dating myself with showing you this image. But you're all familiar with this, right? The bare necessities, the song. If you're not, don't make me sing. I will sing it to you. Don't make me sing. My voice hurts anyway. Good. No, I'm not picking up the guitar and singing a song to you. No, it's not that kind of presentation. Not yet. I like this song though. I listen to it quite often. My kids love it. I love it. I loved it when I was a kid. Yeah, whatever. So the technical trading style, the style that's going to be sustainable for you, has to be a reflection of your personality, and it should be the bare necessities. Truly. And that's when it truly comes together in a really kind of frightful way, really. It's kind of frightening how powerful it is when you just finalize and just nail down the powerful thing. And that's it. You just focus in on that. You eliminate everything else. And you end up with 2 trades a day, and one of them is profitable. And now you've made plenty of money, enormous amounts of money. But I can tell you, in this method of doing things, like I did, when I first started trading, when I first started reading Andrew's first book, I had this thing in my head. I was like, if I can get to a point where I can make $20,000 a month, I'll be a king. I just don't worry about anything in life. That's it. If I can just find a way to get there. And it took a long time to get there. And now it's like $20,000 in a day is just another regular day. It's not a big day. It's not a small day. It's just a normal day. So, I mean, the results are astounding. I did not expect it. But it came from, and it comes from this attitude. Abundance mindset is the attitude you got to use. Not hope, not scarcity, not fear and FOMO, and not complexity either. Because complexity just drains your energy, right? And you need your energy. You need it. Right? And watching a lot of Disney came from there too. There you go. Mowgli and all this stuff. So the results are tremendous. Again, I'm only sharing this with you because I've proved it to myself, and I've worked with a lot of people who are using these methods and finding their way, really finding their way. So, all right, if you guys ever catch me doing this, just hit me, because this is stupid. This picture, right? Cigar and light it up, and this is stupid. I don't care how much money you have. This is just another picture out there. So, your relationship with money. Now, let's move on. This is a critical thing. This is a tough one. Again, your relationship with money. Gosh, I was talking with my mentees about this last Friday. Every Friday we do a happy hour I do with my mentees, and we got into the subject of relationship with money and what it is, and fiat currency and all that stuff. It was fun. Anyways, the whole point is your relationship with money is truly, it can make or break you so bad. I can't tell you. I've gone through this as well. I've been broke most of my life, so yeah, it can be painful. Your relationship with money is based on what you've been told. It's based on your education. It's based on, again, pop culture, governments, all the stuff that you've been told, right? The rat race. All scarcity, all scarcity. Fight to learn how to make money, fight to make money, fight to keep money, fight for the loan, fight to pay the loan. It's all that. It's just stuff that we've been enforced, indoctrinated, right? So your relationship is based on that, basically. And that's not healthy, because there's no respect. There's a lot of control, there's a lot of fear, there's no respect. And the way I like to think about it is, you should think about your relationship with money as the same as the relationship with a human being. Think about what is a healthy relationship and what is an unhealthy relationship, right? An unhealthy relationship between two human beings is one that their boundaries are not respected, or one person is trying to control the other, or both people are trying to control each other. Right? What a disastrous situation. Just think of these two elements, control and respect. Now look at the other situation where you have a healthy relationship between two people, and there is respect. You understand each other's boundaries, and you respect each other's boundaries and each other's sensitivities. Very important, right? And there's no attitude of control. Not 1 cent of it. Nothing. It's just interaction, just flow, smooth, right? Isn't that the best? I love those. Those are really great. Oh man, I could go on and on about ex-wives and all that, but that's another conversation. But that's different, right? A different kind of understanding, a different kind of relationship. What kind of relationship do you guys want? The first one or the second one? Come on, just spit it out there. If any of you say the first one, I'm going to be pissed. Second one, okay, fine. You don't want to type, fine. Second one, there you go. Thank you, Joachim. You got it. You see, money's the same. Think about your relationship with money now. Money controls most of you, right? Control. And there's no respect. Forget about it. It abuses you, and you abuse it too. I do too at times. I'm always working on this relationship with money. Is it healthy? Is it not in a good place right now? What is it? You got to be aware of these things. So you got to really change that. For most of us, coming from pop culture, modern culture, our relationship with money is complete shit for day trading. It destroys us. It really does. We try too hard. We try way too hard. We hold past our stops. We take profits too early. We do all kinds of stupid stuff. And that comes from our relationship with money. That's a big, big, big subconscious indoctrination thing that we got going on. Listen, like I said to you guys are attempting day trading here. You're all rebels. Rebels to pop culture. The Illuminati don't want us doing this. They want us, working, sitting at a desk. That's another conversation, so let's not go down that road today. So you got to reestablish that. You got to change that. And the way to do it, again, I like to do it this way. I just think of it, what's a healthy relationship with a human being? That's got to be the same with money. Otherwise, no. And when I started to slowly retweak my brain with my relationship for money, guess what happened? I slowly stopped being broke. Here we are day trading. Because the relationship is in a healthier place now. Right? Very, very important. Like trying to imprint this picture in your head. This is not what you want. This is not healthy. This guy lighting a cigar. Don't get me wrong. I like cigars and I like $100 bills, but I don't mix them up. Okay? Not like this guy with a lighter. Not smart. I can't tell you how critically important this is. Seriously, relationship with money. So, good. You guys are all still here. Look at that. You guys are waking up here in the
Okay.
chat. Good for you. Good for you. All right. Let's try and bring some of this stuff together. I've shared with you a fair bit of stuff, and I know it can be a little kind of jumping back and forth because it is a lot of subconscious mind stuff. So the 80-20 of day trading and the 80-20 of really finding your way in day trading, your way of day trading, your style, your strategy, your mindset, all that stuff. Here are some pointers of things to begin doing that I wish Andrew told me when I first read his book. I'm going to get him for this. He didn't tell me this. Yeah, all good. Anyways, one of the points, you're standing on the shoulders of giants. Okay, so we're talking about finding your trading style. The first step, like I said, your strategy should be a reflection of your personality. But to begin with, start with a strategy that some giant out there is already doing. We have fantastic traders. When I got into BBT up front, 2019, I was looking at Andrew's 1 minute ORB. I'm like, okay, what is that strategy? I learned it, got it. And I looked at Eamon was all about the ABCD. And I learned that. That was for me profound. It was amazing. And then you have reversal stuff and all kinds of stuff. Thor started talking about the level 2 in like 2020 or something. I was like, what is that? So, I'm standing on the shoulders of these giants, just just learning what they're talking about and then tweaking it into my personality. So you don't have to start from zero. When I say your trading should reflect your personality, you don't have to start from nowhere. You have a tremendous amount of information. Like there's so much stuff going on here. You have bootcamp and BBT, and then there's private mentorship stuff. I mean, like, holy crap, man, it's amazing. So start there. Stand on the shoulders of these giants, right? And then tweak it using all the things I told you about, 80-20, things that are hurting your eyes on the screens, remove them from screens. Things that are triggering you into destructive behavior in trading, remove those indicators. Things that you find are being productive to your trading, you tend to take good positions when you see that. Okay, make that bigger on your screen, more real estate for that item. 80-20, right? Now what you're doing is you're taking that strategy and you're tweaking it, you're evolving it as it's becoming a reflection of your personality more and more and more. And now it's going to be sustainable. And you never stop tweaking. At least I don't. Not till today. I'm still trying to find a way to trade bigger, better, stronger, trade less. All of that. I'm still that attitude doesn't change. For me, at least, it doesn't. So that stand on the shoulders of these giants, learn the strategies, and then tweak it. And don't be afraid to tweak it. Again, tweaking it can be a little difficult because you gotta really go into independent thinking. Really, you gotta go on it. Just because you took some giant strategy, it doesn't mean that's the way to do it. You got to be independent in your mindset. You got to be a little hard-headed like that. Be like, screw off. This doesn't work for me, but this piece of it does. All right. Now you're working. And now you're already having a bit of that rebellious, stubborn attitude that you need for day trading. You need to be resilient. You need to be a little hard-headed, not just a little, quite a bit actually. That's what it takes. Another point on this, of course, the abundance mindset. I already spoke about it. I have to reiterate this because again, this is indoctrination from pop culture. I mean, I'm not letting my kids get indoctrinated to the traditional school system. There's no way. There's no fucking way I'm allowing that. I'm giving them talks like this every day. They're toddlers, It's probably too much. We gotta be more gentle with them than this. I'm being brutal with you guys, I know. With kids, I'm not like this, I promise. Okay. So the abundance mindset, we talked about that, okay? Fear, hope, scarcity, all that's in us. But we gotta go with the abundance mindset. It doesn't mean you fight fear when it comes. It doesn't mean you fight the scarcity mindset or fight hope. Those things are happening. They're in us. My method of let's say, overcoming FOMO while I'm trading. And this is a bit off topic, but I actually think it's on topic. Didn't even plan to talk about it, but it's important. When I'm trading, like today, for example, I missed a couple of fantastic opportunities, didn't take the trade, so FOMO. How do you deal with FOMO? How do I deal with it? I acknowledge it. It's there. Fear is there. It's real. It's in me. It's in my nature. I'm a human being. It's what made me survive, evolution, all this stuff. Okay. So when the fear comes, you acknowledge it, and just by acknowledging it, you solve 90% of the problem already. However, you make the problem worse when you fight it, when you give it energy, right? You're paying attention to your FOMO. You're getting angry. You're getting frustrated. Like, damn, FOMO, fuck this shit. And you're just getting upset, right? And the more you do that, the more the fear builds and it gets stronger. It fights back. This is now you're playing games between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. It's going back and forth. And you're looking at this chart and you're looking at this trade you didn't take or that you did take and it's blowing up. And you don't want to be there. I've been there. All right. So all these human tendencies, scarcity, fear, is gonna come. You just gotta acknowledge it. Just by acknowledging, like, okay, fear, you're my friend, fear. Okay, you're here with me. Okay, I know you're here. Cool. Now wait 60 seconds and see what happens next. That fear is gonna be gone. Think of it again on a human level. You're talking to a human being, right? Or a human being's talking to you, and you ignore this person. Eventually, this person's gonna stop talking to you. But if you indulge this person, now the problem gets bigger. This guy's gonna keep just talking to you, talking to you, talking to you, like how I'm talking to you. Like, you're indulging me. Different example, but same thing with fear. If you indulge it, it'll get bigger. It'll get worse. So don't fight it, right? But also don't indulge it. It's just a matter of acknowledgement. Like, okay, you should see me trade, guys. I trade with my mentees all the time, every day, and a lot of times I get FOMO actually the recordings are available. You guys should see them. You'll see me on the mic a lot of times. Oh, I have FOMO right now. And that's it. Usually it's about 60 seconds of silence. And the FOMO, the ghost is out of the room after that. And then I'm back to it. Okay, now what's going on in the market? Where are we? It just goes. And I didn't do anything. I didn't touch the screens. I didn't touch the position. I just let it go. So there you go, Kevin. Yes, acknowledge but don't indulge. That's right. It's a very subtle art. Now, emotionally unstable teenagers cannot do this. So I understand most of us here are adults. We've gone through that adolescence thing. You should have the ability to do this. This is important. This will take you a long way, man. Don't fight it. Just don't indulge. Just acknowledge. Okay, you're here. Boom. Whatever. You got bigger things to do. That's how. That's really, really important. Zachariah, you want to know about the classic school system in 1 month? I heard a lot about it. People moving their kids around. Maybe in the Q&A section, which we'll get into shortly, because that will... Man, that's another webinar, and that's not about day trading. Actually, it is about day trading. All right. Cool. Okay, let's get on. Yeah, I'll get... Okay, questions here. Books for relationship with money. Oh my God, there's a million books. Can you please... I've got all the books right here on my desk. I will bring them up and show them all to you as soon as we get through this. Okay, guys? Yeah, I just use simple hotkeys. There's nothing complicated. Well, guys have got all kinds of stuff. Mine's just like buy, sell. There's nothing to it. So there you go. Yeah, so the abundance mindset, where were we? Here's another tip, yeah. So limit your risk is one thing. And unlimit your upside. This is hard, man, because people go in with goals for day trading. Like every day if I make this kind of money, by the end of the month I make this money. It's just, okay, I get that. It makes sense mathematically. You're so far disconnected from reality when you think like that. Like, I can't even tell you. If you're having a good time with it, let the damn thing run. It's running. Why are you taking the trade off, And if you're upset and flustered and you can't see things clearly and you're all foggy, well, don't just shut it down. Pull the plug. Get out of there. Go. Just go. So risk. The first point is limit your risk. Risk is, we all understand risk. How many dollars at risk on the trade? Your stop loss, your entry, your position. Okay, we get that. That's easy enough. You guys have heard it a million times. I'm not here to repeat that to you. But I'm here to tell you about the human being risk. If you're not fit to trade, don't show up to trade. Seriously. If you got something bugging you in your life, you're having a problem with your spouse, you got a mortgage problem, you're losing a job, whatever. Something's really under your skin. You're not fit to trade. You didn't even sleep last night, or you're hungover, whatever. You're not fit to trade. You're just not. So don't. The market will be here tomorrow when you come back. And the next day, and the next day, and next month, and next year. I mean, I tell you guys, I quit at one point. 6 months later, I remembered, there's a stock market somewhere out there. Look at that. Right? It'll always be there. I promise. I can promise you that. All right? So limit your risk. All right? And unlimit your upside. Now, this is an interesting one. Let's get a little bit on the technical side right now. Limit your risk and unlimit your upside by scaling in. So this is a little tip that I'd like to just kind of plant a seed in your heads about getting into positions. You plan to set up, you plan to trade, okay. You put your position on, but it can be scary to put on the full risk. Let's say you like to risk $100 on the trade. Well, don't. Put in a $50 risk to begin with. Then as it goes in your favor, then put in the rest of the risk. And tighten your stop as well. Scaling in. I don't do it so much anymore, but I did it for a very long time during my learning curve. And it really was easing because I would put in a small risk and I wasn't stressed about it because it was small. But then I was able to scale it into a good size a few minutes later as it was going in my favor and tighten up the stop. That's an easy way, just kind of soothing to do it that way. Try and build this into your trading style as you're trying to evolve, as you're trying to develop your trade book, right? This took me a long, long way when I was struggling, and it's actually helped a lot during the struggle. Really helped a lot. I don't do it much now. I have a different way of doing things now, but that's important. And here, another point here, second to last. manage your risk and the profits will take care of themselves. So this is an 80-20 point. Like, it doesn't get more 80-20 than this. This is like 1 to 90. 80 to 20, like 20% efforts, 80% results. Get it? How about you do 1% effort? One thing. Just do one damn thing and get 90% of the results that you can possibly get. Risk management. That's it. Always respect your stop. Even if you can't figure out where to hit a target, you're not sure if it's going to run, whatever. Well, manage your risk. You do that, you're going to get the majority of the results that you can get. Then later on, you figure out, okay, how do you let winners really run and get bigger? At least if you manage your risk, you're never going to blow up, right? If you truly are managing your risk. So you'll have small losers and you'll have a few runners. And boom, you've made money already, or at least you're at break even during the learning curve. That's amazing. If you're at break even during the learning curve, and I'm saying during the first 2 years, I think you're doing a great job of it. I think it's amazing, right? So that's really great. Here, the last point. Now, this one is something else. This is something a business mentor told me, oh my gosh, 10 years ago, before I got into the world of trading and all that. People don't have trading problems. People have life problems that reflect in their trading, right? It's that whole clarity of thought. So we were discussing this a moment ago, but if your life is unstable, you're having all kinds of things under your skin that are bugging you, it's going to show up in your trading. Trading will reveal it so fast. Again, I tell you guys, I see screenshots all the time, right? Mentees I work with, I'm looking at screenshots and I see their executions. It's a window into what's going on in their life. I can tell that person's having trouble with his wife or his, I don't know, whatever, his job, whatever. There's some instability going there because the market will reveal it so fast. So fast. So it's a whole different webinar, but I'll give you a little pointer on this. You've got to live a balanced lifestyle. You guys really got to live a balanced lifestyle. Everything in moderation. Make time for your loved ones. Take care of your health, sleep, eat. Make sure you have plenty of time for your creativity and your fun and your intellectual stimulation, your emotional stimulation, socializing, whatever it is, man. Just a balanced lifestyle. It'll show up in your trading. I mean, that's an 80-20 thing. Seriously, you do all this work outside of trading. Put your life on a healthy routine. The results will show. And I can tell you this very confidently with my results. A lot of things had to change before I started getting results. A lot of things. This is one of those big ones in finding your trading style. Your trading style is not just your strategy. It's you, the trader. How do you live? How do you conduct yourself in your life, in your world, with your families, with your friends, with whatever? All that stuff. That is so critical. I can tell you, like stability for trading. Like you got to be a stable person, then you come to stable. You'll be stable when you trade. I can't tell you how important that is, okay? Everyone still with me? Gosh, I talk so much. Good. All right, you all here. Whew. All right. Now let's get into this last little section here. Let's say you've gone through everything, all this 80-20 stuff, right? Mindset, fear, scarcity, greed, FOMO, all the stuff we've discussed. And you've eliminated things that trigger you into destructive behaviors for trading. You've figured out what kind of strategy works for you. You've got results on that. You've got statistics. You've done the journaling. You got it all right. You know what you're doing. All right. So you've got a perfect setup, well defined. You've written it down, right? Exactly what you want, right? Okay, good. And then when the perfect setup presents itself and when the market's open, with good RVRs and risk versus reward, ideally it should have that. You must take the trade. You must. When you're a stable person, after you've had 3 losing trades, if you're a stable person, truly stable, you will be able to take the 4th one if the setup comes. That's the hard one, right? That's a really hard one. That took me years. I'd take 3 perfect setups many times. All of them stop out, feel like shit. But I feel like shit because I'm emotionally unstable, because the market is triggering me into feeling like crap. It stopped me out a couple of times. I feel like crap. But then the perfect setup comes again, and I'm terrified of putting on another trade. The truth is, you have to put it on. You have to. There's no questioning that. Like, that's how I do it. I mean, you guys, again, should watch me trade with my mentees. And all these recordings of live trading sessions, by the way, are available. And there's so many days, like even in the recent past, so many days where in the first hour I've taken 2 or 3 stop outs. I'm down like $30,000 or something crazy. And the day up like $40,000. 2 more trades, 2 more setups happen later, and that's that. You have to take it, okay? It's kind of crazy. So when perfect setups present themselves, if you are truly a professional trader, you're doing it like the pros do it. You're not an amateur in your pajamas sitting at home. You got the pro mindset. Then you take it. You take the trade. And that's what you got to do. And then when you do take the perfect setup, here's the next part that everyone screws up. There's no guarantee that it's going to work. Even the perfect setups, the best ABCD patterns, the best reversals, the best ORBs, whatever you're working on, the market doesn't owe you anything. The best setup, you take the position, you put on the right position size with the right stop and the right target in mind, all that good stuff, and then it hits your stop, and you wonder, what the hell? That was a perfect setup. Why didn't it work? It didn't work because the market doesn't guarantee anything. The market doesn't do guarantees. It just does not. And that's got to be built into your attitude of how do you treat the trade after you put it on. The truth is, how you treat it is, it's all about, you got to realize it's not in your hands. What is in your hands is you put on the trade after you found a perfect setup. Everything that happens after that is not in your hands, and it's pure dumb luck after that. It's just 50-50. No guarantees. I can tell you that for absolute fact. I've traded 20 different strategies, and it's true for every single one of them. Everyone. All right? Yes, that's why risk management is absolutely important, because the perfect setups often fail. On a perfect setup, if you have a 50% win rate, you're doing amazing. 50%? Holy shit. That's a huge win rate. Now imagine you start taking imperfect setups. Your win rate's going to go. Forget it. You're not going to make money. You're just not going to survive. Forget about it. Just don't. Just don't. Don't do that. Okay? So once you define your trading style, then you take the perfect setup. After that, whether you win or lose is not in your hands, so it's not worth getting frustrated about it. It's not worth getting frustrated about 3 stop outs in a row in the first 20 minutes of the day. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. It happens to me every day. I get stopped out every day, man. That's shit. But it's not worth getting frustrated about, because the market never promised you anything. So what the hell are you getting all flustered about? Come on, I thought you're not a teenager. You're not. You're a mature adult, right? So you can do this. So you gotta have that. You gotta have that attitude. Otherwise, every time you have a losing streak, you're gonna mess yourself up. Let's not go there. Okay? So the only guarantee is you execute your perfect setups with favorable risk to reward, as in the risks are small, rewards are big. That's the only guarantee in this business. That's why we're so focused here. Spend an hour here talking with you about finding your perfect setup. What's the attitude you gotta have to find your way in it? To find your style of trading, to find your way of doing all this. Right? And once you find that, then remember, it fails very often. So now you can understand, right, how day trading is an impossibly difficult endeavor, but insanely worth it. Insanely. Like, I can't even imagine. I'm telling you, I was broke for most of my life. It's insane. It's ridiculous. All right, last little bit here, guys. It's a full-time job to believe in yourself. There are no off days. Again, we talked about independent thinking earlier. Stand on the shoulders of these giants, and then believe in yourself to tweak it, to evolve it, to be self-aware, conscious of your own tendencies, your subconscious mind, all this stuff. This is a full-time job. You're doing this even when on the weekend when you're not trading. You have to build an attitude of abundance and self-belief and self-awareness. Focus on your breath. I mean, meditation, all that stuff. I can talk about that later. You got to live that way. You got to become that person. You got to have a genuine, true self-belief. Self-belief, not belief in the strategy that I can teach you. That's not belief. That's nothing. That's just one page. Self-belief is something else. You guys know what I'm talking about. There are no off days, okay? Absolutely, insanely important. And this one here, these 3 points, I came across this yesterday, so I figured I got to put this in. This is making so much sense. You got to control your ego when you're winning. Now, I can tell you this, I struggled with this for a while. When I started making more money than I planned to a couple of years ago, I started thinking, I got this shit. Holy crap, what was I aiming so small for? Now I can do it. You know what happened, right? I blew up an account pretty quickly after that. The ego. Because you have a massive winning streak or a massive few trades, you go up back to the market the next day and like, I got this shit. Of course the market's going to humble you. So when you have your perfect setups and you're doing it, you're executing it, you have a good winning streak, you got to watch that ego. And we all go through that. You got to watch that ego. Please watch that ego, okay? And it's not just me. I know a lot of people who go through that. Very, very, very important. Second point, you got to control your thoughts when you're losing. That's important, right? Remember I was saying to you, perfect setups often fail. So what if you lose? What are you going to go change your setup? You'll have a lot of self-doubt. when you're losing. When you're on a losing streak, when you're losing 3 trades in a row or 3 days in a row or 3 months in a row, which is not unusual, okay? I've had months and months at times just not making money at all, actually losing, bleeding. So in those periods, you really, what's the word? You become self-sabotaging. That's a problem. You've done all this work to find this perfect setup and create your own style, and now you're self-sabotaging? What the hell? Don't do that. Okay, you have to be aware. That's where community helps. That's where moderators, mentors, as in being in a group, someone to talk to, even ideally someone more experienced than you. I've loved BBT all along the way. My goodness, I would not be here without the community, without the group. I can't tell you how important this is. That's just my journey. But that's where, we are human beings. We're social creatures. We function at our best, or the best of us comes out when we are interacting with each other. And in a more social setting, teamwork. Just call it teamwork if you like. And that really kept me going through. And I told you guys, right? I quit at one point. I just really quit. It's BBT that got me back. It was one of the YouTube videos that we're doing every day. And now I'm grateful I get to do these YouTube videos. Like, what a full circle, huh? Just holy shit. Amazing. So you got to get your thoughts under control when you're losing. You don't want to be self-sabotaging, okay? Really critical. Things not to do. And truly, if you can do these two things, you can do anything. You can do fucking anything. I can't tell you how amazing the results can be. If you do this, you got this. Seriously. All right. So that's all I have for you as far as the presentation goes. We can do some Q&A stuff. There's a link here and a QR code. This is where you can get all the course, the online course I've got, and the mentorship program. There's a discount code on it right now, Valentine's discount. A lot of the stuff we discussed today, a lot of it is in the course, but in a tremendous amount of more detail, because this is just a 1 hour thing. Can't really go into a lot of detail here. But a lot of it's in there for much more in much more detail. And the course is in Trading Terminal. Yeah, just in the link you'll be able to find it. It's 50% off at the moment for Valentine's. And the mentorship is in there. The mentorship program, if you guys are interested to work with me, it's in there as well. There's a discount code in there too. That's only valid while I'm online here talking to you guys. We'll do some Q&A now. So while I'm on here talking to you, that thing is still valid. Let me make sure it's still on. Had some trouble with this last time when we did this thing. Yeah, it's on. There we go. So you can scan the code. You got the link there. I'm in Dubai, so if anyone's in Dubai, let me know. Always happy to meet people. Always fun. And with that, let's do some Q&A. What's on your minds? I know I missed a lot of questions, but let's dig in now, huh? If you guys keep me up for 2 more hours like last time, I'm not gonna trade tomorrow. All right, what are we working on? Okay, slowly. Ooh, okay. I'll scroll up a little and just try to take the questions coming down. Where are the live sessions, Vinay? The live sessions are, when you click on this link, you go into the Trading Terminal course. Module 8 is the free module, and I put all my live trading recordings in there. Today's one, I'll put it up as soon as we're done here. I don't have a max number of trades per day. If I see a setup, I take it. That's how the pros do it. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying my best to do. As long as I'm still fit and able, I'll take it. Sometimes I take 10 or 15 trades a day. After I take 5 winners, I'll still take 5 more trades. I trade like that now. But that's now. I don't recommend that to everybody. You really want to watch yourself. You want to be self-aware. If you're getting exhausted, your mental capital is depleted, you should not be trading. Walk away even without trading. That's important. Moving from one strategy to another. Tim, that's a good one. How do you find a perfect setup? You keep bouncing around strategies. Listen, you're bouncing around strategies most likely because every time you try a new strategy, you have some winners, and then when you have some losers, you bounce. You're like, this don't work, screw this. How about you go through a losing streak once and don't change it? Do that first. When you do that once, Tim, then give me a call. Tell me how you're doing. That's important. Frank, that tank, you like it? Awesome, man. Yeah, come join. We're having all this discounts and Valentine's. Lots of love. Hey, I'm sharing the love. It's Valentine's Day, guys. I'm here with y'all. So, oh yeah, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So tomorrow, actually, I'm going to be with my mentees. It's going to be like 10 p.m. for me here. But I do a happy hour with them every Friday. So, yeah, come join that group if you like. The link is here. And I'm sharing the love with everyone there. I love the community. It's great. So we do that. What do we have here? Questions. Karuna, you want to know 5-minute talk on meditation. Oh my God. Okay, meditation. The whole point of meditation is you want to build self-awareness. That's key. Number one, most important thing, self-awareness, right? So When you, okay, the way to do it, I'll just give you the simple process. Find a comfortable seat, sit down comfortably, to the point where you don't want to sit up straight and you're all stiff and all that. Just relax. Find a lazy chair, whatever you like, right? Lay back and start just focus on your breath. You want to clear your head. That's first. You know, air going in, air going out, whatever. You breathe through your nostrils. Just stay focused. What you'll notice is your mind will wander. You'll have all kinds of thoughts. Oh, today's trade, the alarm clock, I got to go to the grocery store, whatever's on your mind, right? But don't worry about it. That'll happen. And when you catch yourself, you realize, oh, wow, where was my mind for the last couple of minutes? Just wandering around. Okay, that's okay. Don't judge yourself. It's okay. The mind does that. Just bring your awareness right back to your breath and breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Just keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that. So every time you catch yourself, bring yourself back. You catch yourself, you bring yourself back. You just practice that. And what you want to achieve is, in the beginning it's hard, but nowadays I can do it within like 30 seconds most of the time. What you achieve is then you get into a really relaxed physical state in that. You really do. It's amazing. Your awareness is just purely on breath. Um, and then your physical state is also, you're in a state of voluntary paralysis. That's fun. Now, when you get into that, all kinds of things are possible. Because that is now where you have access to the subconscious mind. And here's the thing about the subconscious mind. Okay, now I'm getting beyond meditation, but okay, so basic meditation, you want to get into that paralysis state and just bring your focus. Then you practice awareness. You practice, okay, my mind is over there, you bring it back. My mind went over there, you bring it. My mind went over there, you bring it back. You just singular focus. And then you get to another level of it. When you do it for long enough, you get into access of the subconscious mind, which is truly, your eyes should be closed, by the way. Sorry, when you're doing all this, your eyes should be closed. The important thing about the subconscious mind is that it spits out whatever you tell it. It manifests whatever you, I'll put it this way. The job of the conscious mind is to give the instruction to the subconscious mind. And the job of the subconscious mind is to manifest that in the reality, in the real world. That's how that works. So in that state now, you're in between sleep and wake. You're basically in an ultra relaxed stage, but you're still conscious. You're not asleep. And then you start talking to your subconscious mind. And by talking, you can envision what you want. You want a certain big kind of trade. Okay, you want every day, you want this kind of money on your trading. You just put the image in your mind. This is what the P&L looks like. And you actually, your subconscious mind receives that. And the real language of the subconscious mind is emotions. You really feel that emotion in your gut when you're in that phase. And whatever you put in, now if you put in some nasty stuff, I hate that guy who hurt me last week, well, you're going to get more of that. But if you're talking to the good stuff to your subconscious mind, you're talking about your future goals, but your subconscious mind doesn't know about the future. The subconscious mind knows about the present moment. In the present moment, and the subconscious mind also does not know what's real and what's fantasy. There's another one. So you fantasize in that state of mind. And then you wake up out of that and you let it go. You'll see it'll come back around. The subconscious mind, the world works in mysterious ways, and that's incredible. Now that's like stage 2 of meditation. But the simple, sorry, I've made a long-winded answer here, Karuna, apologies. Simple thing, you want to build awareness, focus on your breath. Most important thing. Again, all this is also in the course on trading terminal. Like, I have a whole massive module on access to how to access your hidden friend. And your hidden friend is your subconscious mind. It's insanely powerful. Wait, I can't even tell you. Like, unreal, man, unreal. All right, sorry, I missed a few questions here. Gosh, what did I do? Why did you stop trading, Mac? Yeah, because I was losing at one point. Not one point, many points. Early on, first couple of years. It was terrible. Isa, no, this is not a YouTube thing. No, forget YouTube. YouTube's different, man. No, we don't talk about this on YouTube. YouTube's day trading. This is beyond day trading. This is like, how do you become a day trader? How do you do stuff? And this is only the intro, because all this stuff, I work on all this stuff every day with my mentees, live trading, mentorship, one-on-one mentorship. On the course that I've put on Trading Terminal, all the stuff's there in a lot more detail. Can't go through all the detail here. So, here you have it. Lauren, asymmetric RVR is you risk $1 to make $3. It's asymmetric, right? You want to keep your risk low and your win high. That's important. Cool. Joel, Mac, guys, you like it? Good, man. I'm glad. It's worth it, man. I don't like to stay up late talking to you guys, but if you find it worth it, valuable, then cool. That's awesome. What questions am I missing here? Got a question here. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Piper Valley. How do you control your ego when you're being profitable? Well, let me put it to you this way. If you can't control your ego when you're being profitable, the market will teach you how to control it in a very nasty way. That's how I learned it. Expensive lessons. Very nasty. But again, meditation, self-awareness. You realize your ego going through the roof. Well, okay, acknowledge it. Don't fight it, just acknowledge it. That solves 90% of the problem, right? Same thing. Same thing as the FOMO thing. Same thing. That's how you get under control. I didn't know this at the time when the market started kicking my ass. But hey, there's an easier way to do it. Practice meditation. Practice awareness. Meditation is insanely powerful. Simple stuff, but so powerful. 80-20? 80-20 anyone? There you go. Rahul, what's a good no or a set of trades for a strategy you should backtest, work in your favor, confidently live? Listen, Rahul, if you're curious about a strategy, go and look at old screenshots and look at the price action, look at maybe 50 setups or something. Then go trade it in the simulator or use the replay mode in trading terminal. You can get through a lot of trades very quickly. Do that. All right? And then once you find consistency there, like you've taken 100 trades in the replay, which you can do in a week, really. You spend hours on it every day and you're good. I do it all the time. And then you have something, at least some statistics to work with. Then you can go live small size, small. See if it works with real money. Step by step. That's the process, right? There you go. Irfan, the code lifetime access. No, there are multiple different subscriptions. You can have a look. There's two different things here. Let me make this clear. I always mix this up. There's two different things here. If you guys are looking at the courses and stuff. One is the online course. That's in Trading Terminal. The other thing is the mentorship with me. As in, I trade live with you every day. Right? I have a group, a small group, and we trade live together. I'm mentoring you while we're trading live together. And you're on the microphone with me. And we're doing this together. That's every day, along with the full Discord community, and you get one-on-one access to me, of course. And you can talk to me anytime you want to talk. No big deal. Just message me. All that's there. So that's the mentorship side of things. That is different, separate from the Trading Terminal course. So both of them have discounts right now. You just click on the link and you'll see it. Both of them are, with the Valentine's discount right there. Hope that clears it up. Nancy, risk per trade. These days, I'm trying to risk about $5,000 per trade. I've actually downsized it. Trying to make more money by downsizing. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment. Yeah. David, you'll get access to the Discord, but not the live trading mentorship. That's right. The course, you'll still be in the Discord with me. You still talk to me, but you will not get the access to the live trading because that is truly something else. Here's the thing. In my experience, and I've worked with, I don't know how many. If you go into the Discord now, you see it's like more than 200 people in there. I've worked with must be approaching 300 people now. Everyone thinks they want one-on-one mentorship, and I think there's a place for it. There is. But that's only going to take you so far. What's really important is the live trading. That's tremendous value. That's where everyone I work with is getting more value than any other thing. And a lot of my mentees are in here. You guys can chime in, let me know. You can answer some of these questions. Trading together live, we're going through the experiences of wins and losses and watching the market together. This is something else. This is really something. Once I noticed that people were liking this and they're actually growing through it, that's where the value is. That's where the live trading, that's why I do this live trading mentorship, because that's where the value is. That's where I can help people. So, there you go. Mark G, any tips for realizing that you're self-sabotaging? Yeah, the best indicator? How do you feel? You feel angry? You feel like shit? You feel frustrated? Whatever happens when you're in that state of mind is, generally speaking, self-sabotaging. Generally. Unless you're at the gym and you got rage and you're pumping it out. Actually, that's pretty good. You push yourself beyond your physical limits in a healthy environment. And make sure you have a trainer, you don't hurt yourself. So, but yeah, basically, you can, predict when you're going to start self-sabotaging. It's when you're in that unstable state of mind. Put it there. Okay? Cool. What else we got here, guys? How many stocks do I watch at a time? I have 8 stocks. The Mag 7 and AMD. For me, the watch list is identical every day. I don't change it. I don't need to. I told you, the market's a gold mine. I mean, I don't need to go chasing catalysts and ORBs. I don't do that. I'll tell you a secret. Don't tell Andrew, huh? Don't tell Andrew. Only amateurs trade the open. Don't tell Andrew. I'm serious. You guys are going to get me in trouble. I should stop saying that probably. But I don't trade the open anymore. Nah. Gosh, I'm missing questions here. What do we have? LMX, do you have advice for trading leverage? No, don't trade leverage. Use margin. Trade equities on margin. But don't trade options and stuff until you really get a good grip on things. Tim, where can you find the strategies? The strategies, well, in BBT, we have the whole education center. That thing's amazing. If you work with me one-on-one or the live trading, of course, you'll get all the strategies that I've got. I've got so many. In Trading Terminal, all the courses, there's plenty. If you want specific strategies, it's all there. My course is a lot around this of how to find your strategy, how to use 80/20. I go into a lot of detail about indicators. We couldn't do all that today, of course. I mean, it's all there as well. So yeah, these are the places where you can find it. Lots of material available. Book recommendations. All right, you guys were asking about that. Let's get to that. Just a moment. I'll pull up some of these books. Oh boy, here we go. Okay. Let's start with these. All right, technical trading stuff, naked trading. This is basically a strategy I use these days. The majority of my strategy is based on this book. It's almost exactly from this book, almost. So there you go, Naked Trading. Oh, sorry, Naked Forex by Alex and Walter. I don't know, a couple of guys. Here you go, guys. You got that one? A lot of you guys know this already, so you can chime in. So that's a strategy one. Now, that's the smallest one. By smallest, I mean that's the smallest part of day trading. Here's the big stuff. You ready for the big stuff? Yes? Look at this one. You can notice all the notes. The Zen Trader, Peter Castle. Probably one of the best books I've ever read. You learn about detachment. You learn how to put on the risk and walk away. And then accept wins and losses. Like, this is the stuff. This is the stuff. The Zen Trader, Peter Castle. Okay? And actually, even if you guys getting into the mentorship or in the Discord with me, with my mentorship, we have a whole section on book recommendations. One that I maintain all the time. Here's another one with all the notes. Look at that. What is this one? This is The Art of War. You wouldn't think about this when you think about trading, right? Super powerful. Super powerful. Yeah. And another one, it's under the pile of books over there. Oh, wait, hold on. This one. Oh, here's another big one. This is huge. Best Loser Wins. You might have heard of this. A lot of you might have already heard of this. Fantastic. This one's sitting right on my desk. Fantastic. And Japanese Candlesticks by Steve Nissen. If somebody can type that in, please, that'd be great. It's under the... Man, I got a big pile of books here I got to organize. But it's right there. So, that one's really good. That's also on technical stuff on candlesticks. I talked to you a little bit about meditation and manifestation and using the subconscious mind, and the role of the subconscious mind is to manifest what you tell it to, but it only understands a certain language. This is the book on that. Feeling is a Secret, Neville Goddard. There's probably no book more powerful than this as far as just creating your life the way you want it to be, engineering it quite literally, but using the most powerful force in the universe, your own subconscious. Which, by the way, is incredibly powerful because, you know what? I told you before, it keeps you alive. It's the one with the abundance mindset. It's the one that keeps you breathing. It's the one that does all this. Don't you want to tap into that power? Amazing. Justin, yeah. I review trades all the time. People send me trades all day, and also as a group, even if you want to do it that way, that's available too. We have a trade screenshot section, and I'll look at it. Others can comment on it, all that. We're all doing it together. There you go. Thanks, Mike J. Japanese Candlesticks. You guys have seen me present this stuff before. You know it, so you know all this stuff. Cool. What am I missing here? What questions did I not answer? Sorry, I'm right at the bottom of the chat, so if I missed anything, please let me know. I like to answer questions while I'm here. And don't worry, my kids are in bed. I have no restrictions. I can chill out. I'll probably open up the charts and take another trade in a few minutes. But while I'm here talking with you guys in this webinar, the discount is still on. It'll shut down as soon as I kill the webinar here, as well as, yeah, I'm not in a rush. So let me know if you need help with any of this stuff. I'm right here with you guys. Pascal, good to see you, buddy. Pascal's one of my mentees. Just started like yesterday with me, so glad you could make it. Matthew, thank you. Now, I'm not tired. Actually, I get pumped when I do these webinars and when I do YouTube and when I'm talking with my mentees. I enjoy it. Before I show up, I'm like tired. I'm like, oh man, it's 6 p.m. I want to go to bed. So what the hell with this? But I show up and now look, it's like, what is it? It's 11 p.m. and I'm pumped. I've been on the microphone from 6 p.m. It's like now it's been 5 hours. I'm absolutely pumped. I'm ready to keep going. I can do another 2 hours. Maybe I'll go on YouTube Live now with the guys and do the Airbnb stuff, or what is it, Airbnb earnings? I don't know. Yeah, whatever. We'll see. All right, what questions am I missing? What have I not answered? Danny, what are you asking? Avoid taking profits too early? Yeah. Put on the position and walk away. Put on the position and walk away. I talked about this on YouTube as well today. Somebody asked about it. And if you're always taking off your trade too early, then best thing you can do is put on the trade, put on your stop and your profit order, and let it go. Go do something else with your life. Spend time with your kids or family, whatever you like. Cool. I'm glad you liked the webinar, guys. Thanks for the feedback. Always a blast. Avi's a G. Shit, man. What about this Avi Nachi thing? Is this gonna stick? This weird name. It's all Italian, and I feel kind of bad about it. I'm not Italian, not even close. Zachariah, no, I don't trade the first 5 minutes. Typically, I don't even trade the first 15 minutes these days. It's rare that I get a trade in the first 30 minutes. Like I said, only amateurs trade the open. I wait for the big moves. The big moves happen later. As in, there's the first move of the day, which is all that volatility ORB stuff. You guys got that. And that's only the first move. The second and third ones are the big ones. That's when I want to play. I'll wait for it, and I'll finish with YouTube, and then I'll start trading. A lot of my days are like that. Like instead of talking to you guys here, I should be trading. I'll probably see a few big moves in the last hour if I was watching. But, no swing trades for me. Hours, physical exercise. Oh man, yeah, I physical exercise all the time. I'm actually a little unhealthy with that, as in I do too much. I need to let my body rest and recover. If it was healthy, I would be in the gym every single day because it just makes me feel right. You get the body pumped, you get the adrenaline working, you get oxygen flow to your brain, you think straight finally. I like to do it in the morning, get the kids out to school, and I go. But it's not healthy to do it, so I don't do 3 days in a row. 2 in a row is okay, but 3 it hurts the body. You gotta be careful. So, at least on days when you're not, training, do some cardio, go swimming or ride the bicycle. At least take a long walk, something like that. Thanks, Buck, Lana. You guys like it? Nice. Yeah, no swing trading for me, guys. Not for me. FZ, the commerce trader. Thank you, FZ. Nick, that's a good point. Focus on the P&L. Don't trade the P&L. The best way to not be triggered by your P&L is to not expose the P&L. Make sure it's not exposed on your screen. I only recently started exposing my P&L to myself, which was, I think, 6 months ago. It's not very long ago. And I trade live with my mentees, so they see it too. That's it. But again, I tested myself that could I still trade and make clear, clean-cut decisions with my P&L exposed, and I found it to be true. Yes, I tested myself and I could do it. And I haven't looked back since. And that was like 6 months ago, I think. Anyways, a lot of my mentees are in here. They'll tell you when. Yeah. Justin, yeah, I've never had to speak any other language than English over here in Dubai. Never had to. So that's not a problem. Spark is a good book. There you go. Cool. Sam S. Glad you guys like the webinar. Now y'all know what to do, right? 80-20. Find what works, find what doesn't. Do more of what works, less of what doesn't. Find the right communities, the right groups, work with the right people. And really, you become who you surround yourself with. So that's the power of it. That's the power of communities. That's the power of group mentorship stuff that I do even. BBT, all this stuff. That's incredibly important. That's all subconscious mind stuff. That's all vibes, There it is. Okay, I got a question. Karat, you want to know about... Thanks, you like the webinar. Cool. The course is access to the Discord. Yes, it is. Yeah, no, I got to clear this up again. Okay, I'm Karat, and for those of you who are unsure still, I know it can be confusing. I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to talk to Andrew and fix this. There's two different things here. One is the online course, and the other is live trading mentorship. Okay, they're two separate things. Both of them are in the link, and both of them are on discounts right now. And the only overlap, well, firstly, they're two separate things. The online course, the recorded videos, and it's a course. Live trading mentorship is where you trade with me live every day. We're talking to each other. You're with me. We're on the microphone. We're doing this, and you're seeing my screen and everything. And you can share your screen too, all day. The only overlap between the two of them is that you get to be within the Discord community that I'm maintaining, my mentorship community, and you get one-on-one time with me. That's the only difference. Hope that clears things up. A few guys of you are asking that and messaging me here as well, so I just want to make sure we are clear, because I'd hate to let you guys buy something that's not what you wanted it to be. So let's just make that simple. Dean, is that the 6 month? Yeah, 6 month thing is, yeah, exactly. That's where the live trading stuff is. That's right. You got it. Cool. What's this book? The Unbeatable Mind. I haven't heard of that. Sounds good. JLD Trader, you'll get it once you get the course. You sort that out. You'll receive an automated email with an invite. That's how that works. What actually happens in the Discord channel if you're not live trading? We do happy hours every Friday. No, but once you're in there, you have direct access to me. You can talk to me anytime you want. Just message me and we'll get on a call. No big deal. I'll look at your trades. We have a lot of different channels for like book recommendations, psychology. I keep putting stuff in there. I share my trades in there as well. A lot of other guys, lots of knowledge. Oh my God, like the guys I'm working with, like so much experience and information. One of the guys even did was it Pine Script or something in TradingView and created indicators that we're all using now. So there's a tremendous amount of knowledge and information in there, and I'm active in there all the time, every day. I'm posting stuff, sharing stuff, and it's not just me. Like everyone else, you want feedback on something, just ask it in there, and I'll look at it, I'll answer, and everybody else will give their opinions too. Or if you want to privately, you want me to answer, just send me a quick message. Then I can respond quickly. It's much faster than email. Email I hardly look at it. Just don't email me. Just don't. Please don't. It annoys me. Sid Martin, no, we did that before, and that's a mess. That whole test drive thing is just, there's a good reason why we don't want to do any of that anymore. It just turns into a disaster. So, David, what time do I live trade? I trade at the open. So I show up about 10 minutes before the open, maybe 15 on some days. And I'm usually there until I have to go on YouTube, which is close to 11. These days it's 10:30 just because Andrew's not there, but close to 11. Yeah. And a lot of days I do go back in later, like maybe today if I'm going to trade in the next 30 minutes or so, I might go back in there and be live. We'll see. We'll find out. This webinar, no, this is only available for the people within my mentorship group. This recording, today's session. We don't typically record these trading terminal things. Different reasons for all that. There you go, Lana. You got the link for the course. Nick, you want to talk about relationship with money? I think there's two books. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a pretty good one to begin thinking about it. Just begin. And the other one, where is it? I just showed it to you. Yeah. This one. Again, this one is actually a fantastic book. You can manifest any damn thing you want on this planet. Like this one. Feeling is a Secret. Check this out. Yeah, the Rich Dad, Poor Dad guy. Kiyosaki's all over the place. I get it. But actually, that book is pretty good. That one book, that first book, was pretty good. As far as people exiting the rat race and trying to become financially intelligent, that's the first step. So that's just the first step. That's what. Just begin thinking about if you're stuck in the rat race and you're tied to a job and mindset stuff. Of course, the 80/20 book. That's the first book you should read anyway, no matter what. Cool. Anyone else? Any questions? Last time I did this, a lot of people had trouble with the discount codes and all these various things. So I'm here. If you have any issues with that, let me know. Make sure that it's all clean and clear and no trouble. All good. What other questions do we have? Think and Grow Rich. Yeah, that's good. I read that years ago. That was pretty good. I recommend that one, yeah. Asha, you're from Sri Lanka? Yeah, I am too. Like 4th generation Sri Lanka. I don't even know. Whatever. Just from Sri Lanka. Yeah, Christoph D. Andrew. Andrew can't fire me. He has to hire me first to fire me. Kevin, what motivated me to quit? To continue after. I didn't quit a few times. I quit once. What motivated me to get back to it was actually I was goofing around on YouTube and I bumped into I think it was one of Eamon's videos on some strategy he was doing. I can't remember. And I just got excited. I got inspired. I'm like, what the hell? I have such great people around me and I know I can do this. Let me just get my shit together and do this. So that's what got me going. Again, it was community. It's all community. Truly. BBT back then was a lot smaller. But fantastic community still. Oh my God, it gets better every time. I'm just glad to be a part of it. Holy crap. Like, whoa. When Andrew called me and told me, hey, you should be a moderator, I'm like, what? Seriously, you guys have saved my life from being a broke punk to all kinds of stuff. So What a privilege, you know? So no, I'm not leaving BBT even if Andrew kicks me out. It's not gonna happen. Um, what other questions do we have here? Do you have a big trading community in Dubai? Yes, we do. Actually, I haven't met up with them in a while, but yeah, every time we meet up, it's always like 15 people who show up, or 10 to 15 people show up. And that's like on last minute. If we really plan something, I'm sure we'll get like 50 people because there's enough. And there's other mentors as well around Dubai who have their own communities, and we all kind of know each other around here. So yeah, there's a lot of trading in Dubai, a lot of people in this business, more than I expected. So Zachary, you're doing ABCD? Okay, yeah, well, you gotta tweak it right to reflect your personality. That's important. IV337, when I came back to trading, I was pretty much profitable right away because, again, the most powerful thing is what changed is that I cleaned up my life. Like I said to you guys earlier, nobody has trading problems. Everyone has life problems that reflect in their trading. I did spend a good chunk of time cleaning stuff up, so it was pretty much, at least break even and then starting to make money. I was having a divorce and all that stuff. Life was just a disaster at the time. That was 2021 going into 22, I think. I don't know, whenever, oh gosh, I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, then you clear your shit and off you go. All right, Dean, we'll see you in the morning. Awesome, man. Awesome. The name of the writer of the 80/20 book, Richie, it's Richard Koch. Richard Koch. I was going to actually show you guys a YouTube video in this session, but it was going to be too long with the whole 80/20 thing. Actually, I shared it with my mentees. Richard Koch talking about it. Here, I'll type it in because I don't know if I pronounce it right or not. There you go. That's the author of the 80/20 book. You're talking about you're down 30% on 10 AMD calls expire in 20. What would you do? Sounds like you're in that position. Listen, I don't know the thesis of your trade. I can't tell you what to do with it because if I know what the thesis is, I'll know where the stop is, where the target is. I can't answer that question to you. Sorry, I can't help you with that. Not like this, We'll have to go through the trade and the setup and the target and the circumstances and what would make it invalid. All of that, Ish, you got me an email on access issue? Oh man, okay. Do me a favor, don't email me. Just message me here. I'm talking to you right here, right? I'll try and find this email, but if you guys got any issues, I'm right here. Just send me a private message right here, or you can write it down right here in the chat. Meanwhile, I'll look for your email since you've sent it already. Emails are slow. I don't know why I struggle with them. I struggle to respond. I struggle to read stuff. Hey, you like the name? Hey, somebody on YouTube did it. I don't know who it was. Somebody said so, and I was like, oh, that was cool. Ish, that was okay. You sent the email. Okay, Ishrat, I got your email. Clicking on access, taking me back to your. Okay. Live trade. Okay, let me to the back end. Hold on a sec. This is weird. I gotta check. Ish, yeah. You got order confirmation but unable to access. Gotcha. Let me have a look. I'll get you in if there's a problem. Okay, I see your name here. All right, yeah. So Ishrat, check your email. You should have received a separate email that is an automated email with the invitation. Please take a look at that because that shows it's gone out to you. And there you go. Yep, that's all there. Sometimes these automated ones go to spam and stuff. So have a quick look in there and let me know. While I'm here, I can help you out. You got it, Irfan? Awesome. Look forward to working with you guys. Mike, no, lifetime stuff don't work, just like the free stuff don't work. There's so many issues with that, so it's as close to lifetime as we can go. So that's the reason for it. Gone through those iterations. It just gets complicated. What do you got, Jan? You're saying you've been trading for 4 years in a state of consistent profit for a few days. You're in a state of consistent profit. Okay, we'll get to that. And one single tilt day, give it back even more. Have you been there? How do you? Ah, yes. Okay. So, Jan, the first thing is you're saying consistent few days. That's contrary. You're conflicting yourself. A few days is not consistency. 1 quarter is consistency. 3 months, right? So, firstly, no, you're not consistent. And on top of that, you have a tilt day. Tilt days, that's where fear comes in, right? FOMO, fear of missing out, or frustration, trying to make back money that you lost. That's where I recommend you got to step away. If you're in that destructive attitude, you got to step away. Again, those attitudes we talked about here, what you want is the abundance mindset. What you don't want is what sounds like what you're doing. You're working with fear. You're indulging in FOMO. You're indulging in frustration. You're indulging in scarcity. Those are not the things you need. Again, this is where some of the one-on-one stuff I do really comes in. I talk to people about this when, we can't talk about this stuff in group sessions. It gets too intimate. But one-on-one stuff, I talk to people who are having the same kind of issues you. A lot of people are doing it. It's not unusual. Let me put it that way. It's not unusual. But there are triggers. There are things triggering you into this. Things on the charts to begin with. But outside of that, there's things in your personality that are triggering you into this destructive behavior. Right? And that's where, you may need to talk to somebody. I can help you with that. I talk to people about this all the time. I struggle with it too all the time. But, the simple basic concept for now, I could just tell you, you gotta, when you are feeling fear and frustration and such things, acknowledge it. Don't fight it. Same thing I've been telling you for an hour. Acknowledge it, don't fight it. The more you fight it, the more it fights back and causes a bigger problem for you. So please don't fight it. That's not going to help you. What we got here? You got the course. Do you show in detail what you mean by measured 8 a.m. calendar? Yep, BNGL. Yep. In the course, you look at module 8, especially the recent recordings. Start from today and go back yesterday, the day before. Just keep going backwards. The more you watch those, the more you'll get the exact precision on what I'm looking at in the with this 8 a.m. stuff, which honestly it's so easy. It's a joke. Also, I'm doing it every day on YouTube, so you can catch it there too. And what you're going to find is this is the smallest thing. Just that 8 a.m. candle, you're getting all focused in on it. That's the smallest thing of what you're really getting into. And that's what the rest of the course and mentorship is all about. So, there you go. Jay, you still go for 3-hour trades or 5-hour plus? Yeah, typically I want to go for 5-hour plus. If I want just 3-hour trades, I'll just trade the open. I can get 2-3-hour at the open quite consistently. So, but nah, not bothered. Do I use social media a lot? What are your thoughts? Wasting time social media, deleting apps? Yeah. You see, here's the thing. I do use social media a lot more recently, just because, by recently I mean last couple of years being a moderator and day trading stuff. As a consumer of social media, no, I'm very minimally on it. Minimally. It's more a distraction and your brain just degenerates, if you're on it all day. So minimally, and if you are having a problem with it, delete it. It's like if you have a drinking problem, don't keep liquor in your house. Same thing. So if you are having a problem, if it's getting in the way of your life, then get rid of it, truly. Nagesh, the strategy is called naked trading. How do you draw the lines? I draw the lines based on the 8 a.m. candle, the high and low of that candle, measure that distance, and then draw lines further up and further down at the same distance. I do this every day live with my mentees. I do it every day on YouTube as well. Well, not on YouTube, if I get asked. People do ask me quite often. And within the course now, there's plenty of videos on it. Within BBT, I just made a video recently on it, a short video, like 15 minutes or so, going through the strategy and what I'm looking at. And I trade it live every day. I think that's the big point. How do you truly do it in real time? That's what I do every day with my mentees. So that's where the fun is. Rachel is a question. Do I need a promo code to sign up for your mentorship now? Yeah, Rachel. So what you do is you use the link here on the screen, or scan the QR code. You know what? Sorry, guys. Let me give you the link here in the chat, just because I realize on the screen you can't exactly copy paste it, right? Just a moment. Okay, I'm putting the link up here. Oh, it's up here, and then in the alerts up at the top. I'm putting it in again, guys. So there's a link. Now, when you click on that, you click on where it says discount code. There's a big picture of I don't even know, a landscape or something. Click on that discount code. Right in there, it'll walk you right through it, where you get to copy the code and put the code in, and it's on. And as long as I'm online with you guys, it's on. When I shut this off, it starts disappearing. That's the end of the Valentine thing. Go back to normal. The course on Trading Terminal, that's on the regular Valentine's Day discount, as everything else is on Trading Terminal. So there you go. Joel, yep, that's right. Nice and easy on the chart. IV337, I'm on YouTube right after Andrew. These days Andrew's not there, so I'm on at 10:30 right after Thor. And when Andrew's back, he's there till 11, so I go 11 to 12. But YouTube is, that environment is different. Don't expect to get a tremendous amount of detailed information out there. It's a different environment completely. I'm sure you guys can understand, right? The audience is different, and it's not like this webinar or like the live trading stuff I do. That is something else. That's really powerful. Or within the BBT group, as in the chat room. Over there, I, get into a lot more stuff. On YouTube, it's YouTube. You gotta understand, it's YouTube. What do you think you're gonna get on YouTube for free, huh? I give what I can, but I know I can't do much on there. Rachel, the short video is in the Variable Traders Education Center. Uh, Gosh, I don't even know where. I haven't looked at it. I haven't. Well, while we're here, I'll find it now. I haven't looked at the Education Center in a little while. PK Trader, subconscious mind. You gotta put yourself the easy way, the 80-20 way. Put yourself in a state of voluntary paralysis. Think about it as a state of between sleep and awake. It's a tricky one, right? Because you're not asleep, so you're conscious, but you're almost asleep. You don't feel like moving. You're in voluntary paralysis. Then you get going, right? There, now you have access to the subconscious mind, and then you got to use emotions. And again, all the stuff I'm telling you, I learned it from this book, from Feeling is a Secret, the stuff about manifestation and accessing the subconscious mind. This is also in the course in Trading Terminal. I go into a long video about this. This book is super short, man. It took me like 40 minutes to read the whole book. I've read it like 10 times in the last few years. So, yeah. Anyways, it starts with meditation, and this is like phase 2 of meditation. That's the way I see it. All right, let me find you guys. You're talking about the short video within BBT. This is for BBT members. Whoever's BBT member, you'll get it. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Lana, you got the... Yeah, thank you so much. You saved me about 10 minutes. Daily goal, do you think... Mark G, I think it's a tricky one. I think it's good to have a daily goal in the beginning. You kind of have a clue of when to stop trading. Important. That's really what it does to you. Then you evolve from there. I don't have a daily goal. If I can make $100,000 today, I'll take it. I might do it right now after we're done here. I'll go and see what the market's up to. I might take a trade. I don't know. Why should I stop when the market's giving? Why should I stop taking? Think of it that way. Zachariah, don't mix up swing trading and day trading. I don't swing trade at all. So I'm not going to tell you anything about it because I don't know anything about it. Rachel, you don't know where to find the code. Okay. Gosh. Let me see where I can help you. How? Alright. How can I walk you through this whole thing? Because my screens are something different. Alright, Rachel, so I'll talk to you directly. Are you on your cell phone? Did you scan this QR code? Or are you typing in the link in your browser? What are you doing? Okay. Click the banner. Discount code. There you go. Thank you, Kevin. There you go. There's a big banner. You know what? Let me take a screenshot. That's it. I can help you with a screenshot. That's so smart. I hate this. Sometimes I do silly things. Actually, I do it all the time. On the phone. Okay, here you go. So Rachel, on your phone, the screenshot I just put in here right now in this chat, you're probably seeing it like this. The second link, that image, you see with the candlesticks, that image with the laptop and the candlestick, click that image. There you go. Yes, Georgiano, 2 kids. Best things in the world. All right, you guys hear me? Ooh, yikes. Got a big mess over here. Whoa, okay. Good? Yeah, I'll get the video back up and running. You know what happened, right? Andrew kicked me out of the system. Talked too much shit, that's why. I had to go and apologize to him, and now he let me back in. Oh, man. Yeah. Funny. All right, where were we? Mac, awesome, you're welcome. Got it. Rachel, let me know if you figured that out with the right place to click on. That's what I'm here for. I'm hanging out to let you guys, I'll help you guys out with this process and answer any questions while I'm here, because once I'm gone from here, it's going to be hard to find me unless you're in the mentorship. Because I don't like emails, that's why. I don't know, I just don't have the time, really. Time becomes a thing, you know? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Um, Let me make sure everything is good and working for you guys. Anyways, while I'm here, any questions, let me know. Happy to answer anything, trading or non-trading, or if you guys want to know more about the program, or rather what do you call the mentorship, or the courses, or BBT, or bootcamp, or anything, just let me know. I'm here. Where am I looking? What am I looking at? There. Oh man. And okay, things are working. KGP, market orders. Always market orders because I want to get into the market. And I want to get out of the market. I'm not messing around. Just want to get in. What else did I want to look at here? There was something on my mind. I forgot. I'll ask you guys about this. Now your credit card's being declined? Oh man, what are you doing, Rachel? Uh, well, I can't help you with your credit card, but if there's something on the back end I can look at, I'll look at it. Um, I think there's PayPal options as well here. I don't even know, man. This sort of tech stuff is not my thing. I don't know much about this, but let me see if there's anything I can help with. I'll fix it. You're good with your credit? Did you have a few losing trades today and your bank knows it? Yeah, banks do that, you know. It depends on the bank you're with. Depends, you know, doing online purchases and stuff. I get that half the time. Yeah, you might have to just call the bank, or they'll call you, or they'll send you a text message. Hey, what are you trying to do? There's fraud on your card, and you know how that goes. We've all seen that. See it all the time. What am I looking at here? I'm looking at. Really got to get in touch with Andrew when he's back because there's a few things to fix. There you go. Okay. So all of you guys who are signing up or have signed up, you will receive an automated email, whether you're working with, whether you're getting the course or the mentorship. By the way, you'll get an automated email with the invite into my community, the mentorship community. Okay. So make sure you get in there. Once you get in there, that's when everything happens. That's where everything happens. All right. So that's how you access it all. I think someone was having an issue with that earlier too, right? So I got that cleaned up. There you go. Thank you, Lana. Beautiful. Ivy, the discount code is valid for as long as I'm online here. And Andrew tried to boot me out, right? But I fought my way back in. So, as long as I'm here. Which now is 11:30. Huh. What's going on with the market? Anyone know? Not even paying attention. Who's coming to Canada, to Vancouver? Hey, Rachel, you did it. Congratulations. Yay. Victory. Yeah. Vancouver's going to be great, guys. You all better make it. I'll be there. Most of the BBT team's going to be there. Eamon's going to be there. You believe Eamon's going to be there? I still don't believe he's a real person. He's going to be there. So we'll find out. And yeah, I'll be speaking there. Lots of great speakers as well. My God, I always have a good time there. It'd be great to see you guys there. I'd love to like interact, you know, as in person. We do all this online every day. A lot of you have gotten to know me, and I'm starting to get to know more and more and more of you, you know, just by regular interaction. And then to really be able to shake your hand, for me, that's the magic. So make the trip, guys. Seriously, I mean, I'm making the trip from all the way around the world. What the hell? All best come. Rahul, you're coming too? Awesome. Ian, awesome, awesome, awesome. Make the trip. Nick and me, yeah, you journal everything up front. More recently, I've stopped journaling my losing trades. I don't even know when the losers. I put the trade on and I put range orders and I forget about it. If it's a winner, it kind of pops up as this big thing on my screen, and if it's a loser, it's just like a little red thing on the screen that I hardly notice. That's just kind of where I'm at. But that's me. I recommend you journal everything and use Chartlog. That's a great one. There's other software out there. I've used Chartlog over the years. That's been good. Rachel, my journaling is, it's actually my live trading recordings. I record every live trading session I do with my mentees. And all these recordings are publicly available. They're within Module 8 of the course. That's a free section. So anyone can access that. That's really my trading journal. It's just my own recordings. Other than that, I screenshot my winners and I stick them up on social media. That's more social media stuff nowadays. I used to use X or Twitter at the time as my journal. But that was a long time ago, I think. Yeah, that's kind of how I journal these days. It's very minimalistic now. But I'm not going to recommend you do all that. I recommend you use tools, software and screenshots and various things. Gosh, I think I'm getting sick. What the hell? I was just sick a few days ago. Kevin, yeah, that's right. So while I'm here, I can answer your questions about these codes and things. It's unusual to have this discount code out here. So while you got me talking to you, yeah, it's available. So let me know whenever you guys are satisfied and we can shut down this, go back to trading. I don't think I'll trade now. No, it's too late for that. The market's going to close in an hour, hour and a half. It's not worth it. The market will be here tomorrow. I'm thinking I might not even trade tomorrow. I got to do the YouTube thing tomorrow. I should trade. All right. Rachel, you mentioned PCD live trading that you're putting together your trade book for bootcamp mentees. Can you share that? Yeah. All right, Rachel, you're in the community, right? In the community, in the Discord, send me a quick message in there. I'll send it to you, and I should put it up in here for everyone anyway. And once you look in there, you'll see that there's a some of the guys are putting together my trade book in a much better format than I can ever think about. Like perfectly arranged, make it pretty. You know, I'm like, what the hell? I can't do all that. So, Dean, good night. See you later. So, yeah, one strategy called trading naked, and it has two elements to it. One is reversal, the other is continuation. That's it. There's a few details further on, but not a lot. Okay, what are you talking about? Is there room to the left? Joel, what are you talking about? That's part of the strategy. You guys are funny. Seriously, I'm losing my voice. Can you tell? I can tell. Okay, anyone, any other questions? Anything I can help with? You guys are struggling with discount codes and various things? Well, you've got me here. This is where you can take advantage of me. So, let me know. What is the question here? Hold on. Ish, you got order confirmation. Okay, you didn't get the invite email. Huh. Okay. I got you. Let me work that out for you. I'll work that out with you. Just a moment. I might have to get them to send you. It's been sent to you. It's just that you've lost it somewhere. I gotta make sure it's done in a valid kind of way. Blah, 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 blah. Start doing things manually, you mess up with the automation, right? And that's when you're gonna have trouble. Alright. Arish, I just sent you something. Use that. You should be alright. I'll find you in there. I'll get you in the right place. Alright, cool man, you got it. Alright, what are the questions here? Mike, is it bad to exit a trade before it hits your stops if you start seeing a bunch of red flags? You see, that's a good question. That depends on your trade management strategy. For me, generally, I don't. I let it hit the stop. My trade, I know I need to survive multiple pullbacks and all kinds of stuff before it eventually gets to the target. It might take 3 hours. If I start taking it off when I see red flags, then I'll never have the big winners. Ever. But that's my strategy. Right? Again, we talk about finding your own strategy. What's your strategy? Are you into the momentum scalping stuff? Then yeah, get off that as soon as you see a single red flag. Start taking partials, get out of there. If you're trading, my strategy that I'm using these days mostly is put it on and leave it alone. I don't know what happens after I put it on. You know, I'm busy on YouTube or mentorship. I just leave it. So it depends on your strategy and what you're trying to achieve with it. That's really important. Adi, yeah, you did the purchase. Okay, congratulations. And you will receive an automated email. Check your email inbox. This is the thing about automation. I don't know how it works. I will now try and... Yeah, try and work this out. What is going on here? Okay, automation is just messing with me. If I can take a look at the system. Again, this is not my proficiency, so I'll work with it. Um, okay, Adi, I see you in here. Gotcha. Okay, no, you're in. You're good. You should have received the automated email. You're saying you did not receive the invite yet, like Ish, same thing. Is that true? Just let me know. Tim, you're 5 years not profitable. What are you doing wrong? Multiple strategies, blow up accounts, 510. Tim, you don't have a trading problem. You have another problem that goes outside beyond bigger than trading that you really need to work on. It's probably to do with stability outside of trading. Think about it this way. Think about a high performer, a real high performer. Think about like Michael Jordan, these athletes. They train just for game day. But just because they're shooting hoops and practicing basketball doesn't mean that, that's all they do. They still have to sleep well, eat well, nutrition, live a good balanced lifestyle. You gotta live like a high performing person. For you, it's not about learning another strategy. It seems like you've been around for a while, 5 years. You should know about strategy. That's the easy part. And it's more psychology, it's more stability, it's more being able to handle losses and handle winners when they go in your favor. Don't take partials, hold them for the big win. How do you do all that? I think that's what it sounds like. For someone like who's been around as long as you, I think that's where you need to put work in. Most people around this long and can't figure it out as in not finding consistency. This is usually it. This is usually where it is, and that's where the community and the mentorship, all that stuff comes into the picture. That's important. Thanks, Lana. Glad you like it. David, I use IB pretty much like everyone else. Yep. Thanks, Mac. Eddie, you're saying you received the invite, but you cannot access. How does that work? Joel, see you tomorrow on YouTube. Yeah. So you're saying you received the email, you got the invitation email with the link to join the community, right? But that link don't work. Is that what you're saying? In which case, I really gotta go in there and fix that automation. Just let me know what you got there, and I can probably fix it now. KGP, yeah, it's a business. I trade through an LLC, and I just do it in a business way. It's big enough now. It's a business. I can't even treat it like a personal income thing. It's just not at that level anymore. HG, yeah, we'll start there. We'll start with. But congratulations on signing up. Get in touch with me in there, and we can start with what you've got. No big deal. All kinds of people in my mentorship are doing all kinds of different software and program and all over the place. So yeah, don't worry about it. I'll get you going. There we go. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of you guys in there. Okay. What else can I answer for y'all? Rachel, you messaged me in Discord. Let me have a quick look. I don't see a private message from you, or do I? Kim, are you Kim? That's someone else. Well, just send me a private message, no big deal. Or in any of these chat channels. Got multiple channels here. Not private. Okay, that's why. Yeah, I'll find it in there. Don't worry about it later. I'll take a look once we're done here. I'll take a look. We'll find it. Cool. Oh, I'm not even sharing the screen anymore. Sorry, I got knocked off the server. And sorry, apologies, guys. You should tell me the stuff, man. You guys, I can't do everything. Damn it. Gosh, what am I looking at here? There we go. You got me all confused. Anyways, there it is. What else can I do for you guys? Did I miss a question here? Neville Goddard collection, PK Trader. I don't know. I haven't tried it. Take a look, read it. Tell me if it's good. I don't know. I only read that one book. Don't worry about it, Rachel. You'll figure it out. Ask questions here, and you'll see there's lots of helpful people. Much more helpful than me. Who will help you around. So don't worry about it. All good. You will be fine. Everyone will be fine. Okay. Anyone else? Any other questions? Anything you want to discuss, talk about while you got me? Once we end this session, then life goes back to normal. So we're on the dark side of the moon right now. We'll go back to the bright side in a moment. But you're gonna tell me that. You're gonna tell me when. Probably put on some Pink Floyd record right now and chill out. That'd be nice. KGP, the recent shift from 5 minutes to 1 minute is because I want to get tighter entries, earlier entries. And with tighter entries, I mean the stops are tighter, so I can put on bigger size. Capture bigger moves with bigger size. It's just the evolution of my trading style. Just one tweak for a very specific purpose. So far, so good. It's only been a couple of days, I think, or something. So, it's all good. Jay, how many books did I read and at what time do I read audiobooks? Whoa, that's interesting. Okay, all this heavy stuff, heavy reading, do it in the daytime. I don't read heavy reading at night. Like you read some sort of fairy tale light stuff, you can sleep, whatever. You don't want to do that at night. You get too stimulated, get wired, and you can't sleep. Kind of like doing webinars late at night, right? Can't sleep after this. I'm still pumped. It's funny. So, in what time? Yeah. How many books? Man, I don't know. I got a massive bookshelf of books, and I've given away half of them, and still it's massive. It's just most of the stuff I read nowadays is all psychology or some stuff to do with inspiration, subconscious mind, high performance, stuff like that. I don't read technical trading stuff anymore. I'll be honest with you. The only technical trading books that I use, the information I use now is the Japanese candlestick book that I shared with you guys, and the Naked Trading, Naked Forex. That's it. The rest of it, I mean, there's a lot of information out there. I find this useful. The rest of it is just information. Can't use it. At least that's my mindset. So, yeah. Audiobooks work sometimes. I've done a few audiobooks. That's like when you're in a car and you're driving for a long time and you have the mood for it. I have phases with audiobooks. Sometimes I do audiobooks for 6 months and I want to read real books for a while. Everyone's different. I kind of go through phases, I think. I think that's kind of my thing. And I guess you're good at price action analysis and earning everyday small amount. You're good to take your course. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, Nagesh. Not a problem at all. You're in the right place with the right attitude. That's what matters. Nick, do I like Dubai versus the US? Yeah, I do. For my circumstances, this phase of life, perfect. But that's me. I'm not you, right? You gotta identify that for yourself. What are your circumstances? Why do you want to do it? What are you into? What's your phase of life? Those sorts of things. You gotta answer those questions for yourself. I can't answer that for you. I'm not in a position to answer that for you. Cool. All right. So, who else got any questions or anything to discuss while I'm here? I'm basically here until you stop asking questions. I didn't put a limit on it. The only limit I put was 1 hour. Make sure the presentation's done, not longer than an hour, because that gets too much. It was already quite heavy, right? The presentation. I thought so. Imagine if that went for 2 hours. Done that before. No, that hurts. What am I reading here? Miha, you like the webinar? Cool, man. Thank you. Do you share the stats, win rate, drawdown, total sharp of your strat? Miha, I don't share all that because I don't have all that. I really don't have any of those statistics. I don't document stuff like that. You want to see all the winners and losers and stuff? Well, live trading, show up and see it. I'm doing it with you. I'm talking you through it even. And the P&L is even exposed. You get to see it all as it's happening. And you can make all kinds of statistics on that if you like. I don't do that. That's just time consuming and it doesn't provide any value to me. Jay, tequila? No. Gosh, not tequila. You're tempting me now. God damn it. Why'd you have to say that, huh? Why'd you have to say that? Tequila. No. Cool guys, cool guys. I'm glad you'll like it. I'm glad you'll enjoy the webinar. That's good. That makes me feel good. It's worth it, you know. That's important. I don't want to take up your time and then you can't walk away with anything useful. So I'm just trying to give back really because BBT is, taking me from down in the dumps in my life to here. And for me, this is a privilege to be able to stand amongst these guys and share. So I'm glad you guys like it. That's important to me. Jay, one shot? No, man. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's happy hour, right? Friday happy hour with my mentees. I do that every Friday. I'll do that tomorrow. As long as I'm not in a trade. Oh no! Oh my gosh. I think Peter used to do that. Every time AMD crossed 100, he'd have a shot of whiskey. It was like 7 a.m. for him. It was funny. Peter's so much fun. Zero DT tequila. Oh my gosh. No. I'm gonna end up hurting myself doing silly stuff like that. I'm already wired enough with, being in this webinar and stuff, and then off it goes. Jan, Amazon had a huge movement? Really? Oh shit. I'm glad you said. I think I put on an Amazon trade before I started this webinar. I think, oh crap. See, that's the thing. I get drawn in different directions all the time. And what did I do? Did I get an Amazon trade? Did I not? I don't even know. I remember, I was talking about it. I was looking at it. No, I didn't. Oh, okay, I didn't put on anything. Oh, okay. It would be so weird if I put on trade, forgot about it, got into a webinar. Remember, I talked about many setups today, and I didn't take any of the good ones. I think I took one stop on Tesla. That was it. Just nothing there for me. Well, I don't know. My head was not in the game. So whatever. Summit, you want Peter to drink? Yeah, we could do a poll. Sure. It happened later, John? Okay. Yeah. We'll say I love. Amazon, I don't know. I was looking at it earlier. I haven't looked at the markets in like 2 hours. I have no idea what's going on right now. If I start looking at it now, no. I won't even be able to think straight. I'm not in the right phase of mind, state of mind to get involved in the market. That doesn't make sense right now. Okay, Chua, where's a good place to learn about my setups? The best place is to get into the live mentorship stuff with me. Other than that, you have module 8 in the course in Trading Terminal. Those are really good. You start going back in time. Basically look at yesterday's video and then the day before and the day before and the day before. That'll give you the most up-to-date information. Also in BBT, I've put a short video out on the naked trading setups I'm using right now. So yes, plenty of resources for you. Hope that helps. Jan, you took it from S3 to S1 and it's done, and now it's up to, oh, whoa, massive move, huh? Nice. Trump talked and it dropped. Wow. Okay, sounds like a big move. What the hell am I sitting here doing webinars for? If it made such a big move, I should have been trading. It would have been like another, I don't know, big trade, $50,000, $60,000 trade, man. Ah, you guys. You owe me a lot of money. Jay, you got 10. R. Good on you, man. Good on you. Good for you. It's good when you win. I should take time off anyway. I trade too much. Well, Willie Mac, do I trade options with DOS or TWS? I use DOS. I don't use TWS. I never used it. Don't know anything about it. Can't help you with that. What am I looking at here? 3R. You gotta hold for 10R. That's where the money's made, man. That's where the big money's made. You know that. All right, guys. Any other questions? Anyone want to discuss anything other than tequila shots? I'm not into that right now. KGP, favorite stock? I just trade the Mag 7 and AMD. That's it. I don't have a favorite. It's just the same watch list every day. It's kind of boring, actually. But that's when you're doing it right, when it's boring. And if it really is boring, it's hurting you, then you got to step away, take a few days off. I really might take tomorrow off. I can feel like the sinus congestion thing. It's just, yeah. Jay, Andrew can't hold. Don't tell Andrew that, okay? He will kick me out of here. But I won't accept him kicking me out. No way. Azam, you just joined? How the hell did you just join? Click on the link or scan the QR code. You get discounts there. There's discounts on both offerings right now. One is the online course. The other is live trading mentorship with me, where you trade live with me. So two things. Both are on heavy discounts for now while you have me online. You caught me right in the moment. Huh? I was just about to ask people if we're done and we should close this. So I'll give you a few minutes to look through that and let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, Monday's a holiday, right? Why is it a holiday? I just found out today when I was on YouTube. Somebody talked about it. What is it? What's going on? Did Trump declare a new holiday? President Trump? I don't know what's going on. Yeah. I must trade tomorrow. Oh, it's President's Day. Oh, what the hell? It's Valentine's Day. It's President's Day. It's a long weekend. You know what? Tomorrow's probably going to be a really crappy trading day. Going into a holiday. Excuse me. Probably going to be crappy. It's Friday here anyway, so what the hell? I won't do it. I might not trade. I really don't know. I might not trade. Yes, Sumit, I forgot about the US holidays. I have no clue. I should put it on a calendar, right? I have no clue anymore. Man. Tim, lost too much money. That's on you, man. It's up to you. Well, you're here. You made the time to come out here, so thanks for showing up, man. It's a privilege for me to talk to you guys, really. So you guys showed up. I'm grateful. Spies at all-time high. Gosh, what happened to Tesla? Did that finally hit? Was it 360, 260, whatever the number is? I'm not even gonna look. Anyways, all good. All right. Let me make sure everyone's clear and clean. Anyone got any issues with? We had issues earlier with the discount code or the invite link. Any of that? Is everyone sorted out for now? Rachel, live trading. I put the link out at 9 a.m. and I show up probably 10-15 minutes before the open. So you'll see it there. Take a look around the Discord. Read the rules section. It's only one-liners, and that'll give you a good, clear picture on where to go and what to look for and how to work with the environment. What am I doing wrong here? Yeah, sure, Kevin. No problem. I get it, man. I'm glad you came. You're in the right place. You just stay at it. Show up every day. You know where to find us. You know where to find BBT. And you'll be fine. Everyone will always be fine. Bob Marley sang about that. Sometimes it really does feel like you're on the dark side of the moon, but things have a funny way of working out, It's just kind of how the world is. Cool. Yeah, John, sure, you're welcome. No problem at all. All right. For me, it's 2 minutes to midnight. At midnight, I intend to shut it down. How about that? Does anybody have any problems with that? Anyone need more time? Any questions? Anything at all? Let me know. And at midnight, it becomes Valentine's Day. Look at that. We're sharing the love. Maybe I will have some tequila. What the hell? I got nothing better to do now. What do you do at midnight? Jay, you can use as many lines as you want. It's just the same distance. Forget about 4 and 8. That doesn't matter. Just keep drawing them. Just a matter of distance. Make sure you put them in the right place, and the measurement is the same. That's very important. That's all I do. Okay, anyone, any last minute questions? Because I got a minute to go. Well, I'll use it on the phone. Okay, no. On my phone it says 3 minutes to midnight. Okay, so 3 minutes. I'll use that. That's more accurate with the time. 3 minutes, 25 seconds. Okay, there we go. I had 1,000 lines on the chart. Did I? I don't know. Just put lines at the same distance. If it happens to be 10,000 lines, okay. Sure, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome for the webinar, of course. For me, it's a pleasure. I love doing this. Sumit, yeah. We're going to Vancouver, go snowboarding. Well, I snowboard. A lot of people ski. So yeah, Whistler, come and join. If you're into it, let me know. I'll put you in the group. We have a Telegram group where we're trying to organize this, and it's a lot of fun. Just get in touch with me, and I'll put you in there. Sure, Kevin. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good night, Rachel. See you tomorrow. Gosh, I don't even want to trade tomorrow. I don't even know what I'm doing. I should trade. What the hell? The market's gonna move. It's gonna be like today. The market put in fantastic moves, and I missed everything. Did you guys see that on YouTube? I was talking about it. I saw like 3 or 4 near perfect setups for what I like. I saw them too late. I'm like, oh crap, now it's gone. Amazon would have been a one and done, massive trade. It was a monster. I would have taken that reversal from near the bottom early in the day at like 10 o'clock or something. Seriously, that was like 15, 20 R for the way I planned it. But for the way I trade, but whatever. Let it go. Alright, where's the clock? There you go. 60 seconds left. Then I'll bring the hammer down. How about that? Choppy. Yeah. Jan, you're looking at all these price action. I'm not. Yeah. Well, pay attention to it. If it's choppy, you know what to do, right? Don't touch it. If you have a doubt about it, don't touch it. Save your money, save your mental capital, all that. Amazon is hard to handle risk. Yeah, it can be. Day trading is a risky business. You're going to learn to manage that. First you understand that, then you'll be in a good place to get into the business. That's important. Cool. All right. Everyone good to go? All set? Wow, there's still like 60 of you, 70 of you in here. Shit. Jay, no XPX trading for me. I'm not there yet. That might be the next iteration.